Hey, beautiful people. Good evening. Welcome back to our channel. How's everyone doing? I hope you're well. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Sunday. I hear it's Mother's Day in some areas. I thought it was Mother's Day in the US, but I'm not quite sure now. There are too many Mother's Day. Fathers are always complaining that the Mother's Day in a year, they are up to 3 or 4. Is it in Nigeria that is Mother's Day today? I'm not quite sure, but anyway, whoever is celebrating Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to you. Whatever region you're joining me from, how you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. It's so lovely to see you guys tonight. I hope we are doing well. Welcome, welcome. I have a guest. She's trying to get into the studio. Let me see. I'm not sure why. The link should work. Okay. The link I sent her is not working, so I need to send another one. Please give us a thumbs up. Welcome. A lot of people are not getting, I don't know, YouTube, yeah. There are too many things that discourages one from this social media, especially YouTube. So many things that would discourage you, but yeah. The love, the community that we built and the discussions, the impacts is the driving force. Otherwise, yeah. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I salute you. I salute you. I see you guys. I heart you guys very much. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. I'm going to be with you in a minute. Just 1 second. I just quickly need to share this link because I have a guest. My friend is joining us to talk about it because she's very experienced in interracial marriage. Haven't been in one herself. Yeah, so she'll do justice to this topic tonight. Welcome, everybody. So we want to talk about this trendy story of this young American influencer. Her name, I believe, is Ashlee Jenny Robinson, right? It's been trending for a while, actually. We're actually late to the party, but as I always say here, it doesn't matter because, yeah, the lessons are always not lost. It doesn't matter when you get to it. You can always extract the lesson. And that's what I aim to do tonight. God helping us. That is the plan for tonight's show. Is for us to be able to extrapolate the lessons. So this is a picture for those who are not social media users and don't really follow trends. That's her. She was 31. And incidentally, very sadly, I might add, the incident happened on her birthday. Welcome, welcome. Uncle Beno, welcome. On her very birthday, gong. That's when it happened. Very pretty girl. So her name is Ashlee Jenny. She's an influencer, and that's her boyfriend or fiance. They went on this very exotic holiday of a lifetime. You need to see the images. Like, you will know when somebody has got a hang on social media influencing and they are really, yeah, they're killing it. Oh, Chioma, thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening. Welcome, everybody. You see the images with the giraffe, all the lion. I was asking someone, I need to go to Zanzibar. Who will take me to Tanzania? Bye. Those lions that I saw in the proposal pictures and video, are they real? Did you guys see? There was literally a lion in front of them. Look at this one. I need to go to Tanzania. This Zanzibar seems like somewhere that you need to visit. It looks so rich in terms of the game, their reserves. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. So let's get to it. Hopefully Claudia will be able to come in. I hope she's able to come in. Let's see. She might be in the studio already. Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm
You
here.
ready? You ready? Hello, babe. What's up?
The day
Lovely
was
to see
lovely.
you.
Yeah, lovely to see you too. Yeah,
Welcome, welcome. Thanks for
I-
joining us.
yeah, yeah. Thank you for
How you
inviting
doing
me.
today? Yeah.
Yeah, I just still relaxing, still taking
Yeah.
it
Have you had
easy.
some rest? Yeah, I know. All this traveling back and forth is well with you.
I'm telling you, it is well with me.
It
It is
is
well
well
with
with
me.
you. It is well with you.
Yeah,
So we are talking about this young, beautiful, beautiful girl who sadly passed away last week. Her name is Ashlee Robinson, and the
mm,
incident happened in Zanzibar,
yeah,
where she had gone with her boyfriend.
yeah.
And if I might add, yeah, the guy
Mm.
looks way older than her. And I understand he's been married
I'm
before.
hearing you. Just wanted to put my phone on. Okay.
Yeah, so let me just go through what I'm reading. I'm sharing this from this is The Guardian. The Guardian says suspicion around the death of US influencer Ashlee Robinson in Zanzibar. Lifestyle
Mm,
influencer died while on vacation with boyfriend, who local officers says has since had his passport heard. So they said Ashlee Robinson, a US lifestyle influencer, died last week while on vacation in Tanzania island of Zanzibar with her boyfriend, Joe McCain.
yeah.
Robinson's death on the 9th of April, just days after her birthday, and a marriage proposal from McCain has sparked widespread suspicion on social media, with users doubtful of the current narrative surrounding her passing. No arrest was made. The police previously said that McCain was not a suspect, or he was not involved in the wrongdoing, but officials in Zanzibar, they released a statement on Tuesday saying that McCain's suspect and passport has been withheld.
Mm,
Robinson's family are seeking answers into the death. The visit was supposed to be one of the happiest of trips, according to a statement the family issued on Sunday. Instead,
mm,
she was found unconscious in her villa, taken to hospital where her death was confirmed hours later. So
mm.
I'm sure you've seen this story. It's been trending
Yeah,
on social media with a lot of suspicion around like what happened. People asking the question, what really happened?
yeah. Auntie
How do
B
you, because the first thing you would think of is that this is like one of the happiest day of her life. She's not only
should be.
celebrating her birthday, she was being proposed to that by this man who she's be dating for, I don't know how long, but they've been everywhere. Apparently, it's giving her this glamorous lifestyle, like a first class lifestyle, flying, you know, private jets or flying first class, living the life, the dream life. So, what could have happened? What do you know about this, Claudia?
Anyway, Auntie B, first of all, you look beautiful, by the way. You look stunning.
Thank you,
The hair
sis.
suits you.
Thank you.
And secondly, my condolences to the lady's family because when something like this happen, there will be so many controversies and people will say things and you wouldn't know what really to place your hand.
Yeah.
And thirdly, because it's something that is interracial, then
Mm. Yeah.
color plays out. But don't
The
forget that
color
at the
will
moment,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah, at the moment, there's so many women being killed in the US and by their husbands. That
Mm-hmm.
is what the social media is carrying. But what about the ones that are not being exposed on social media, who are not in the spotlight? Women who are being
Mm-hmm.
killed daily by their own husbands, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So, and I saw this, I followed you yesterday. No, I watched it yesterday, kind of recap. The interview you had with You had this guy about why women wouldn't leave
Oh
an
yeah,
abusive
Uncle
an abusive
Beno.
marriage.
Did you
An
listen to
abusive
it,
marriage.
Uncle Beno? I was in Uncle
Yeah,
Beno yesterday. We're
yeah, I
talking
recall.
about three very prominent and successful women. Actually, on Tuesday, I'm going to cover that story because I think there's a wider conversation there that we need to
Yeah,
talk
you
about.
should
So,
invite
yeah.
me. I would like to join.
Okay,
And
Tuesday. Yeah.
yeah, and the thing is, Auntie B, when it comes to relationship and marriage, yeah, people always think that women, why did she leave? Why did she go away? Why did the guy leave? Why don't he just pack his things and just fuck off? But men don't leave. People always have the illusion that women should go. Why don't she leave? He's been treating her bad or all that. But men love marriage more than women.
Mm.
Men
You are shaking
don't.
tables, oh. Claudia, you are shaking
Yeah,
tables.
men love marriage more than women because they are the one who has the benefits more, and men don't want to leave because for them it's like they are used to this person, and she takes all the crap that they're bringing into them. Yeah, the new woman wouldn't take that crap.
So for this particular, I know you're talking generally now on the whole
Yeah,
regarding the
yeah,
situation of, what appears to be like, a very high rate of spousal, incidents happening all over the world. In fact, I tried to keep a record about the Nigerian ones that made it to the social media that women have been unalive this year. Do you
yeah.
know that between January and now, and these are the ones that made it to social media, I'm already on number 5.
That's what I'm saying. What about the ones we don't know about? The ones that are not on social media, they're not. Nobody's talking about them.
Mm,
So the
mm.
men can't handle rejection. When you tell a guy, me, I'm talking from experience, from personal experience though. When you tell a guy that I'm done, I don't want you anymore, they can't handle that. Men can't handle rejection. And if you don't want a man anymore, especially when you build something together, you have property together, you build some things together, and you want to leave, you have to find your escape route.
So with this one now, from what we can see on social media with this story of the Ashlee Jenny, it seems like, I don't know, like they were happy. Let me put it in quote because you don't really know. Is what people show you on social media that you see, right?
And to be,
Uncle
they were not
Patrick,
happy.
did you see the proposal? Look
I
at the
saw it.
lion. Can you see?
When this thing happened, I first of all went to her page to see her followers, and what I saw were all African ladies, all black women.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're all black women who she how well. I want to be like you. I tap from your blessing. I do. Auntie B, nobody, they're not happy. There's no happiness in that. It's just all show.
So it's just a show.
There's no happiness in it. I show you what I want you to see.
Yeah. So it's for the gram.
Yes, there's no happiness in it, and she knew that the signs were there. She knows she saw it, but maybe she was carried away with the wealth and the lifestyle. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and don't forget that she's also very young. She's a very young girl, and I'm sure she doesn't have experience when it comes to relationship dynamics and all that. So she felt like it's a phase. Maybe they had an issue, they have a quarrel. She felt like it's a
Mm.
phase, it's going to go away or whatever. But the guy is calculative. And like I always tell people, interracial marriage, I think is one of the most dangerous marriage ever. I know people, they say same marriage is also difficult, but interracial marriage is so difficult because color plays out and upbringing plays out.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really know what that person feels for you. Is it really genuine or the person is just in German language we say Schauspieler. Schauspieler is acting.
Let's take a minute to first of all talk about this obsession. I
Yeah.
want to quickly talk about the obsession. Okay, Faith said apparently just before Ashlee was alive, they had an argument, and the hotel security had to separate them. So there was an argument before the alleged unaliving. But
Which
before we
is
even talk
no.
about, yeah, before we even get there, I want to talk about what seems like some black women's obsession with interracial marriage. You see it on social media every day. Actually, I saw a video. I think you're the one that shared the video with me where this woman who is married to a Caucasian, a black woman who is married to a Caucasian man was like, you guys, please stop sending me requests to ask whether he has a brother, he has an uncle. There are some black women, black African women that they are looking for a white man with a torchlight. And because they believe that all white men are rich, maybe a white man will remove them from poverty. I don't know what it is. Or maybe it's an escape from Africa, whatever it is. But like there are really, really some black women who are looking for a white man at all costs, by any means necessary.
Yeah, it's an illusion. It's an illusion, and it's something that was sold to them, and they bought it because they feel like every white man you see is rich. He has money. But like I say, white people also, like Caucasians, they are like you and I. They work very hard for their money. I have so many Caucasian friends. I grew up with them. They work really hard for their money. So the African women who see Caucasians as cash cow or the ATM, you know, at the end of the day, you see that the marriage doesn't work because the guy will get burned out because it's like he's giving, and nothing is coming back from you, the African woman. So African women, this ministry that I have, I need you to join me.
Claudia, please don't make me laugh. He said I should join you for us to ring the bell. Jingle, jingle,
Yeah,
jingle.
exactly,
African
exactly.
women, listen to me. They won't listen,
Yeah.
no. Like East
No, they
Africa,
won't.
some East African women. Sisi, you are here. Welcome, my darling. Uncle Patrick, I salute you. Reggae, how are you? Some East African women, they don't play with their muzungu. Is muzungu or nothing?
Yeah, because it's an illusion that a white man gives you a better life, and they don't even they feel like he gives you a better life. He's a better lover. But there are good and bad people everywhere. This thing that happens to this girl can as well happen with same nation, black and black. Same race.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
it can happen.
usually with the interracial relationship of marriage, when you are with a black person, for me, and just like you said before, I always tease you that you are very European because of your upbringing and your exposure, your background, and everything. That element of race is not there. Colorism is not there, because we've heard stories again of some Caucasian men who hate black, and I don't use the word hate lightly. It's one word I never throw around because I think it's too strong. However, I'm using it with my full chest tonight because this is what it is. They actually will hate black women, but will go and marry a black woman and then deal with her, suffer her seriously.
You know why? You know why they do that? Because those men, they have inferiority complex, and being with a black woman without loving black is superiority. They want to feel good about themselves. They want to feel good about themselves. Because I know somebody here in Germany, she's married to a German. This man doesn't like the smell of African food. In fact, if she cooks, she has to eat it in the kitchen. She's not allowed to come to the living room to eat it. And she has to make sure she closes the door. And she has kids for this man. So what kind of education is she giving to her sons? He doesn't. And I asked her, I said, have you seen, because cheese, the more expensive a cheese is, the more smelly it gets. Yeah, the more smelly it gets. So I asked her, have you really tested or smelled like a very expensive cheese? They put them on the ground, they get rotten before they're being taken out. So, and she's okay with it, and she's with him till today. She's okay with it. Me, I can't stand that. I can't stand, but she's okay with it. So they don't like black, but they get married to a black woman. It's just the superiority of it.
So, again, there are some questions around how this girl passed away. There was an engagement, right?
Engagement. Yeah.
There's so many inconsistencies in the story. Do you understand?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't know.
That's why I feel like I don't know if it's something that to me, I'm getting the feeling that this is kind of premeditated. Because we know that if this happened in this part of the world, if it happened in America, they both traveled all the way from America to Tanzania. If it was in America, the first person they will arrest is the man. You know that.
Maybe the man didn't even calculate it. Maybe the man even thinking that way. Maybe the man did. Of course, when something happened, we always looking for somebody to point the finger to, and maybe it's the man or the woman. But maybe it was not even a calculated thing that happens because uh, they had an argument like every lovers. Husband and wife have arguments, lovers have argument, they fight and everything. Some people they fight, the next day they make up and they're together again. So
So the burden of the thing that is making a lot of people suspicious is that how will she's in a phase that is supposed to be the happiest in her life. She's just gotten engaged to a man she obviously loves, who is spoiled her. They went on this lifetime holiday. She celebrated at her first birthday. She has a lot going on for her. Why would she take her own life?
That's a big question mark. That I've been reading comments today, what people have been saying and all that on social media. But I have people that I know, ladies, African women, that tells me, if my white husband leaves me, I would actually die myself. Yeah, there are African women who they can't even imagine themselves with a black guy. So, and when the white man says, "I don't want you anymore, I don't want the relationship anymore," she prefer to just die than to leave.
Why? What will
Because
make somebody so what will make anybody think that way, that because you are with a partner and if they leave you that you by yourself? Why?
there's so many of them like that. They can't even imagine themselves with a black man. And there are also African men who I also know a few of them who they can't even imagine themselves with an African woman, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how elegant you look or eloquent you speak, whatever, they don't give an F. They can't imagine themselves with a black woman.
So another thing that made people, I spoke about how this was the happiest time of our life in terms of as women. You know how we are. When you're in a relationship, you love the guy, things are going well. The next thing is at least you'll be hoping that maybe there's a future in that relationship. And if the guy proposed, you'll be happy, which she seemed to be doing in that video. But then again, somebody in the comment section said it's not a real relationship. I think he shade. She is the light said, Auntie B, it's not a real relationship. Do you know that Joe hasn't posted anything about this? And it was the hotel that contacted Ashlee's family to let them know. Yes, I think I saw that somewhere. I think it
Yeah,
was in the
yeah.
shade room. I saw that.
I read that too, that she passed away. And like I always tell people when they come to me for counseling, I said, you have to observe because some people don't talk much, but the actions speak for them. Yeah, because the signs, this thing that happened to her, the signs were there, but she was carried away with the luxury life, the money. She was carried away. Yeah, so she was carried away. So she didn't pay attention. Or maybe she just said she doesn't want a relationship anymore because of whatever reason. And the guy just freaked out because, the Caucasian men, they can't stand rejection. The Caucasian men can't stand a rejection or for the fact that a black woman said, I don't want
I don't
relationship
want you
anymore.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So for them, like, hell you what? Who give you the audacity to say you don't want me? If anyone's gonna end this relationship, it should be me. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Claudia, as someone who has been in a interracial marriage yourself. So in African marriages, when we marry one another as Africans, or we often say that there's patriarchy. Like African men are raised to, you know, with patriarchal views. The man is the head of the family. The man is the leader of the family. The man is this. The man is that. Fine. But do you often feel, from your experience and the experience of, I know you have a lot of friends who are black women that are married to Caucasian men. Does it come across as, we've had colonialization, and for African Americans, they had slavery,
Yeah.
and whether you like it or not, we are a product of our experiences. Even if you didn't experience it directly, it will still affect you. It will still show up, in your views. Well, the question I'm getting at is, do you think that maybe some of these Caucasian men feel superior to the black woman?
Always. When the Caucasian are married, because the Caucasian women are raised differently. They're raised to be okay. African men are raised to be patriotic, but Caucasian women they're raised to be like they're very strong, and they're raised to be like kind of the head of the family. They're in charge of everything. But when the Caucasian man is married to an African woman, the dynamics change because he can never see you as equal. Yeah, he can never see you as equal, and he will never give you the the right to be the head of the family, like if he was married to a Caucasian woman, because they can say, um, it's so that African women don't see anything wrong with it because the way African women were brought up, the men are the head of the family. So they don't see anything
Hmm.
wrong with that. Yeah, they don't see anything wrong with that because where she's coming from, the man is the head of the family. He does the planning, he earns money, she's also working and all that. And so for her, it's a normal thing. She doesn't see anything wrong with it.
So for anybody that is listening to this now and they are planning to still catch their muzungu,
Oh,
and
they do.
this is who
Mm,
they are looking for. I mean, I don't have a problem with people having preference. We all have preference in life. Some people, for us as Nigerians, it's tribe that is their preference. I can say that, oh, I want a particular tribe in Nigeria, I don't want to marry another. It happens all the time. So it's
mm,
similar, but as you said, there's a layer, an extra layer that comes into interracial marriages, which a lot of African women may not be aware of. Okay,
because
because looking at a situation from the outside is not the same thing being inside, and you
sure.
need to have been there, experienced it, or been close to people who've experienced it for you to understand what was actually going on, right? So what would you say to a woman like that, or a young girl like that, like an Ashlee out there listening?
I'll tell her to um, make research. Learn as much as you can. You want to get married to Caucasian? It's not a bad idea. It's your preferences, what you want to do. Make research and understand what who is a Caucasian man and what defines them as a people. You know, and you just know that you will never get 100% of that person.
So Flecky Man said that it's alleged that Joe is a friend of the hotel owner, who is also a white man and known to frequent the hotel several times. And she is the light said, the moment the parents said they never met him, it confirmed my suspicion that the relationship was transactional. Hmm.
Exactly, because if or maybe they wanted to do the engagement first, then come back to the US, and then she wants to introduce her. I don't know.
That's one thing
So
I will
she
never
just,
understand with all this Gen
I,
Z. How are you in a relationship that is so serious that you can go abroad with a man and
it's not
your
only Gen
parents
Z. It's
don't
not,
know?
it's not only Gen Z. It's not only Gen Z. A lot of African women do that. They move with the white man, and later, I don't know how it works for them, but and then maybe she wanted to like do it, and then later on get to meet the guy, then take the guy to her parents, introduce the guy to her parents and say, look, we're engaged. But before you go for such a trip outside the country with a guy that you don't really know and start flaunting him on social media, the parents should actually know your whereabouts. They should also, it's scary to just go with somebody to a country that you've not been to.
Abroad. Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Faith
scary.
said Ashley's mom is married to a Caucasian. Oh, really?
Okay.
Is her dad a
Okay.
Caucasian? Because she
No,
doesn't seem
she's
like she's mixed
no,
race.
no, she's not Caucasian.
She's black. Um, there were some tweets from Ashley where she said that she's obsessed with white men, and how her mom has been saying she's going to end up with a white guy.
Yeah, maybe the white guy is nice to the mom and treats the mom well, and she saw how the guy treats the mom, and she felt like this is the kind of person. Maybe the white guy was like let me say Forbid is like an example, the way he treated the mom, and she likes it and she appreciated it and feel this is the kind of person that I want. But without understanding that there are bad and good people everywhere. Your mom might be lucky she had a good one, but you might not be lucky.
Hmm. So
So there's so
definitely there's
many.
DV in this relationship. There may have been DV in the relationship because I also read somewhere that the guy Joe was having freak-ups with other women. So I mean, it goes back to what She's Delight is saying, that it was transactional. He was giving her money. So what was he getting inside? Being with a young, beautiful black woman, or what? I don't
Sex.
understand. Okay, maybe
Sex.
sex. Yeah, and she was creating content with their relationship. Yeah, there's definitely a history. Quarege said, I feel like there's history of DV and control. Once you paint a soft life image, you will suffer. Small things like, look at how many black women want me. They will try to ruin you. Hmm.
For me, I feel like if you want a soft life, you can give it to yourself. Work for it. You don't need a man to give it to you. And then you're a young girl. If you want a soft life, you can actually give it to yourself. You don't need a man to give it to you.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Maybe
you can
that's
give
a
it to yourself.
shortcut.
Yeah, but shortcuts are always not good cuts. You know, you can actually give yourself, you can work and there's nothing like the money you earn yourself anyway.
Yeah,
So,
this is
yeah,
why I have that feeling as well. Anyway, women like us, we were brought up to be independent. So
exactly.
um me, I always believe that anything that was given to you can be taken away from you. Eh?
Exactly. Exactly.
And what is yours, nobody can take it away from you.
Nobody can take it away from you. So
Mhm.
stuff like you're looking for, and then you see these girls. When they get with this Caucasian guy, they discover that that stuff life they they portrayed outside, they're actually suffering inside. There are a lot of, like I said to you when you were in Dubai, a lot of African women, black women married to white men, yeah, Caucasian men. They are suffering in the marriage, but they can't come out to say it because, and even some of them in Europe, I know a few, they're actually paying the guy's bills because discover that the guy, okay, at the end he's in pension and his pension money is not enough. It's just enough maybe to pay the mortgage or the interest rate of the mortgage or whatever. And she has to work to take care of this guy. But they will never come out and say it. And when they come out, they show something different on social media. So that's my
So
issue with black women. So that's my issue with black women.
yeah, that I mean you hit the nail on the head, Claudia, because it's again this craze to create content. Interracial marriages sell. We see it on social media. If you are doing interracial marriage, you are with a white guy, or is a black girl with a white guy or whatever. People are glued to it. They are watching. They are following you. They are obsessed with it. It sells. So
Yeah.
I think sometimes for influencers, that's what the push is for them to. They know that, oh, if I'm dating a white guy and I start making content about it, maybe I'll blow. My channel will people will be attracted to me. I'll get brand deals, endorsements, etc.
Even before
Why
social
why
media
do you think
era,
that they do better? Why do interracial couples do better on social media than you know people who
because
do
because
family
because people
stuff and
like
they are black,
because
black
people
to
like
black?
people like lie, Auntie B. People don't like the truth.
Ah, Claudia, some people like lies.
Yeah, people don't like the truth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Before social media
mm-hmm.
era, these African women married to or black women married to Caucasian men, they do this is what they do. They hide the truth and then they come out and portray it like everything is fine, they're having the best life, they have the baby girl life, whereas the guy is not even giving it to them. And the thing that I will just that will blow your head off is not all, but most of them, they're married to these men. The men don't even give them money. They go and do prostitution in a different country and get the money from prostitution, sleeping around with other men, or they have somebody giving them money and they're married to a Caucasian man, and then use this money to flaunt. And when you see them with the Caucasian man, you say, "Oh, this guy's taking good care of her." The guy don't give a f. He don't give her money. He's not give her nothing. And she tell him, "Oh, I'm going to maybe Aberdeen or whatever to see a friend." And she has somebody there she sleeps with, and she's coming back. The guy will give her money. And you know, Caucasian men, they don't ask you who buy you this or who don't buy you that or what do you, why you, okay, just say, I'm going to Aberdeen. Okay, he just brings you, drops you at the airport. I'm coming back. Okay, he picks you up. They're not into you. They're not into you. But if you really love somebody, you really care about somebody. For me, if I care about you, I ask everything I need to know. Yeah.
Mm,
So they will
mm.
let you go. They'll let you go, do your thing, you come back. And for them, It's not a big
Yeah,
deal. They don't really care. So
they don't care.
they come, and
What
then
is
this woman
it?
come with, and then this woman come with this money and flaunt it and buy expensive shoes, expensive
And you
designer
know, our
bags.
sisters, they will always come and say, my husband got it for me. Even
Exactly.
if it's not the one that got it. We are very good
Yeah.
at doing that.
Yeah, and then they give the young generation a wrong impression, the illusion that this white man buy this for them, I bought that for them, whereas it's a lie.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
bought it themselves.
We see that a lot. Welcome, 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 guys. Please give us a thumbs up. We are talking all things interracial marriages using this sad experience of Ashlee Jenny, who went to Zanzibar. It was meant to be a holiday of a lifetime, but sadly, they said that she ended her life, which for me is kind of controversial. It's not clear. It's not really clear. Plum Rain, how are you?
Hey,
Lovely to
Auntie
see
B.
you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I haven't
Ah, it's
seen
so
you in
lovely to see you. I was like, I caught the live today. I'm so excited. I'm
I'm
so
so glad to
excited.
see you.
Yes, so, but the family, well done. Oh. Good evening, everybody. Happy good afternoon, wherever you are.
Good
Welcome.
evening.
I've been following this story actually, and
Mm-hmm.
someone who I have a lot of family members who are in interracial marriages. The oldest interracial marriage that I know actually is my uncle. My uncle is in his 70s now. They have grandchildren, wonderful marriage. And so far, knock on wood, my siblings who are in interracial marriages, a number of them have been successful. The first thing I would like to say is whether you're marrying someone in the same race or not, you have to understand that people come to you for different reasons, okay? So, for instance, the easiest way I can explain it is I heard once that sometimes someone sees a flower and they say they love it. One person waters the flower and the other person chops off the flower. Both of them are coming from a place of love, but one encourages growth and one basically destroys the other. In my observation, in the interracial marriages that I have seen that work,
Mm.
the person doesn't try to erase your blackness. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, they welcome it. So,
Mm-hmm.
for instance, one of my brother-in-laws, um, he makes the best pepper soup, like from my village. Like if you taste the pepper soup and I tell you it's a woman from my village, you will not doubt it. They want, as much as they want you to know their culture, they're also very invested in your own.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, all my nephews and nieces from these marriages, they have our traditional names.
Mm-hmm.
And most of those names were actually picked by the Caucasians. In
Mm-hmm.
other words, they would sit with my parents and say, Mommy, tell me, what names? Tell me your name, your father's name, your grandfather's name, your auntie's name, who is your favorite? And they will look through all those names and start discussing with my parents before the child is born. They pick female, male names, whichever one they have, then they distribute it. So let us be realistic. People go in for all kinds of reasons for relationships. But if you are going in and you meet somebody and you're like, is this a fetish or not? The question is, how much are they erasing your blackness?
Mm-hmm.
Are
How
they
would you
using
know? How would you know if it's a fetish?
So the truth is that fetishes don't have depth. There's no depth. They see you, your black is shiny, or you have the stiff wig, or whatever those things are. It stays right there on the surface. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't go deeper than that. They are not interested in learning the culture, about the dowry, about the bride price, about the naming ceremonies, about coming of age ceremony. They are not interested at all. They
Mm-hmm.
just want to basically what happened. God for I feel bad for this young lady, but basically that is a social media thing. They are
Yeah.
there to tell their friend, "Oh, I'm with a black girl. I'm with a black girl," and that's where it ends. There is nothing. The moment you try to bring anything from your culture, simple things like the greeting in your language. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know any of my in-laws that doesn't tell my parents Digwo. Like they call and they say, if I one of them speaks pidgin English, we always tell him that when he has gone to Nigeria a few times, to tell him, you can't go again. We are going to ban you. Because he's so into the culture that it is for him, it is not just cosplaying being with a black woman. It is, I've met this person, I love her, and she
Genuinely
happens
loves her
to.
to the, like he loves her
Yes.
core. as a
I
person.
love her and she happens to be black. I'm not just
Yeah.
chasing her because she's a black woman and she's a trophy to put
It's
on
got
my
nothing
shelf.
to do with so if I might add, yeah, Plum Rain. So
Mhm.
for influencers, I'm sure your sister is not an influencer, is she?
No, none of them are.
Okay. So it's different. The thing I see about all these influencers are usually in interracial, not all of them. Some people are in interracial marriages and the white person don't want to be on social media. They don't want to, they are not doing family affair. But most of them, when their content is centered around the interracial relationship and the things that they are doing, like lifestyle, then it's a different thing. It shifts now because it's like you are using it. I don't know whether I can say you are using each other, because basically you are creating content with that person, you are earning money from that content. And I don't know whether the man is actually there for that. Again,
So
there's a big age gap between them. Did you see them? That
I
man,
saw them. I saw them.
said that he looked like somebody in the clan.
Auntie V, this particular story, they say we shouldn't victim shame, but we, like you said, is about taking the lessons. And I don't
Yeah.
know how much is true or not because there's so much flying on social media, but there were certain things that stood out to me. Besides the age gap, it was rumored that she met him in a gentleman's club where she was a dancer.
Okay.
So for me, I'm like, okay, if she was innocent in a way, in the sense that she may have been doing all these things, but she was not streetwise. Because any woman who lives that kind of life knows that that kind of man, you don't marry him. Two of you use each other for what you need and then you go. That's it. Number two, even those of us on social media, the moment you see his picture, you're like, this man, there's something off. If she was,
I mean, when I saw his bald head like this and the age gap, they say he's been married to a black woman before. I was like, I don't know. Like somebody said, the older a man is, if there's a big age gap, there's always that element of control. The person will want to control you because they are saying, oh, I'm older than you, I'm wiser. So you have to listen to me.
absolutely. And not only that, the lady he was married to before, when they were going down the aisle, he told her, your father can't walk you down the aisle. He can't.
No.
Yes, he can't walk. You have to come with me. And then when they did everything and they did the vows, he told her, I'm your everything now.
And she still went ahead to marry him when he said your father cannot walk you down.
Oh yeah, she did. She said she was scared, she was torn, but the wedding was there, and
Julia, did you hear
it was
that? You are getting married, and the man you want to marry said your own father cannot walk you down the aisle.
And
So
to be,
sometimes women, we are our own problem. We are our
sorry
own.
sorry to jump in, but I mean, when you talk about age, when it comes to marriage, it doesn't have to be black or white. It's not. It's just because this situation happened with a Caucasian man, a black lady. So we are talking about it. But this things happen with black, the same race too, yeah. And a lot of African black races would marry. In fact, African men love to marry women who are like 10 years younger, only 15. So, and when you marry someone who is older than you, he will control you because he feels he's older, he's wiser, and maybe he's even the breadwinner of the house. Yeah,
Sure.
so it's a normal thing to do. It doesn't have nothing to do with color. But the thing there is, when you say a white man is married to a black woman, so he can go with you and live with you. Even in Ghana, there's so many African white men living with African women in their country. They're living there, doing their things because the weather, they like the food, they like the culture and everything. But no matter how a white man loves you, he can never give you 100% of his life. He can never give 100% of himself. Never. He won't give it to you.
I think this is
Because
the
the way,
position you have always maintained.
yeah, he
Claudia.
will never give it to you.
You
Yeah,
said
he
what
will.
they give to their white women, they can never give it to an African
He
woman. That's
will
what you always.
never give it to an African woman. Forget that. He will love you. He will love the kids because the kids, white people, they love mixed kids, mixed race. They love those children and all that. He will love you, but he will always be guided. He will never give you 100%. That's it. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, and he can switch. He can switch. For him to switch from loving you and hating you, it's just a thin line. He can just switch and just tell you, you know what, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know.
So I'm coming back to you, Plum Rain. Thank you, Claudia. Because of time, let's do it very quickly because Uncle Patrick is waiting. So that social media, lifestyle, showing everything, creating content. For me, I think it adds another level of pressure on the relationship as well.
Absolutely. And I think the truth is, at some point, if you're on social media and you're creating content, whether you're married to a black or white person, you have to ask yourself, how much of me do I want the world to see? And unfortunately, the more you show your family, your life, what you're doing, what you're going through, the more money you make. The downside of that is that at some point you stop looking at that person as your spouse and it becomes a production. If
It
this
becomes a
lady,
product.
yeah,
Yeah.
if this young lady was looking at her situation really, because she had the signs. She told her sister, oh, I don't know how much you can track of me by when I share my location in case something bad happens to me. So she knew the time they fought in that hotel, it wasn't the first time they fought. It's not the last time. The things that can increase the chances of abuse were there: the age gap, the financial gap, the circumstances with which they met, him having to accuse her that, oh my goodness, you are unfaithful, or her doing vice versa and saying he is unfaithful. It was already from the beginning, from both sides, a relationship that shouldn't have been. It should have just been, we meet, we have fun, we go. And you were trying to make something solid on a foundation that was already broken. So for him to do this to her, we probably would never know what happened with her and the
Do
situation.
you think he's gotten away with it? If he
You
was
know,
the one that did it?
it's hard to tell because I've seen in some of these East African countries where you would be very shocked that they will finally, send the man to jail. But if he's the one that did it, because of the way it started, I'm sitting on the fence and I'm waiting to see. Because initially they came out and said there was no foul play, and then social media picked it up, and that's when they start going back to say, oh, we're holding his passport, we're arresting him now. The whole world over, if a spouse dies or a girlfriend dies, the first person they question is the person they're in a relationship with.
Yes,
Why did it
especially
just?
if you travel to another country with that person
Yeah.
and you were
Absolutely.
together.
Absolutely.
Why did they not arrest him in the first place? Why are they saying that they just took his word for it that she unalived herself?
After there was evidence of fighting, after they had to physically separate them, and then one person, even if he was in another town when this happened, he needed to have been brought back to say, did you pay somebody? So, I mean, it's Africa, it's Nigeria, it's Zanzibar. It's Zanzibar, the whole world right now. America has showed us that everybody is corrupt. So I hope her family gets justice. I pray that they do. Regardless of her lifestyle, nobody deserves to have ended the way she did.
Exactly. Her lifestyle, because
Absolutely.
in Europe here, I mean, they have all those go-go dancers, they have all those girls who are high-end prostitutions, they have husbands, they're married, they have husbands, and they actually, I don't know if they're married, if they're happy, because happiness is a statement that everyone has to answer for him or herself. But you see them around with the guys and everything, and how they're okay, Seeing from outside the picture, they project outside, they're okay. So because I always say that happiness is something that it's a personal question everyone has to answer for him or herself. It's not something you don't see people and see a man and a woman happy, smiling on the street, and things are going on. You said, "Oh, they're happily married." No, you don't know what is really going on in that relationship. So the situation of what she does for occupation, it's not a justification for people to come out and say, "Oh, she was this, she was that." No, that is not the reason to unalive somebody because you met that person
there's no reason. There's absolutely no
field.
reason.
No.
No reason to unalive anybody if he did it. But it's very shady, and all the information coming out. I'm very uncomfortable with everything that they are saying. Didn't call the family. Now he's not spoken about it. There are so many information.
Probably he didn't call the family because he never spoke to them before.
So they said they started dating in November.
Yeah, maybe he never spoke to them before, because when you look at interracial marriage, it's most of the people, because I counsel so many of them, when it gets serious, then they will now start bringing their family in. Okay, like the ones in Africa, they will now start bringing their siblings in, and this and this and that, when they know it's getting serious between them and the guy. And before they bring their siblings in, they have to talk to the guy anyway to say, okay, look, I want to bring my sister, I want to bring my father, or whatever. And the guy says, okay, yeah, go ahead, bring them. And if the guy says, no, I don't want your family, I don't want your family to come to my house.
Yeah, but this is serious.
Maybe the guy has never had contact with the parents.
I disagree. No, even if he has not met the parents, she's dead.
Yeah, she's
This is the
dead.
time for you to find the parents' number and ring them.
And ring them.
Because
Yeah,
he was
that
the
is
one
the
that
right
took
thing
her
to
to
do.
Africa.
That
He
is
took her
actually
to
the
Africa
right.
on holiday.
That's actually the right thing to do.
So he has a
But
responsibility to ensure that at least he's calling the parents to let them know that, you know, where this is what has happened. I just want to let you know. So what if the police didn't tell them? He would just
that's the
keep
right
quiet
thing
because
to
he's
do.
never spoken to the parents.
Auntie B, do you know how many black ladies are being killed by Caucasian men in Africa? That the parents don't even know that. Even in Europe, in Germany, in Italy, in Spain, I hear stories, my head will burst. The parents don't even know that they are even dead.
So I
So
don't
for
even.
me, I always say that there are good and bad people everywhere. No race is special.
Go
No
ahead,
race is
Lauren.
special.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
So
go on.
just piggybacking on what she said about whether he knew her parents or not. They met in November. They are getting engaged by, was it March? I don't know when. I think April 1st is when
It's
I
quite
heard.
new. November.
Yes, that's what social media streets are saying. Obviously, everything is allegedly hearsay right now, but they met in November. And that's why it's good to be part of. I like spaces like your channel, because for me, he love bombed her. I have no idea why he did
Why are
it.
you proposing? You met in November.
Yeah,
It's too
yeah.
soon.
It was way too soon. So there was no time for these people to actually get to know themselves. And it was already, like I said, the basis of the relationship was already very toxic. And so going to that place, being alone, him having all those, I don't know, women over, being isolated, she was already in an emotional headspace that was not right. And I don't know how much he spent on her. I don't know what they went there. It's for me, there was a lot of possessiveness. Even looking at him and the way he's with her and doing all these things, you can tell that he was from a mental
His picture
standpoint.
scares me. I'm not even going to
Yes,
lie. When I looked at him, I was scared.
it's scary. Yes, it's scary. It's very scary. So, but then again, people take risks. I always say something after years of being on your page. A lot of people walk into situations that they are not discerning of the dangers. If someone had told this young woman a week before they went to that country that, listen, this man is going to unalive you, she wouldn't have gone.
She might go because she might not believe you.
You know
Because
they're going to
even
unalive you, you still go?
no, the other day I'm saying that when it comes to interracial relationship and marriage, African women are they turn away. They don't look.
No,
Maybe they
I
lost
don't want to
alliances.
believe that. I don't
No,
want to
no,
believe that.
because even there are African women, black women who are obsessed with Caucasian men.
I think she
Yeah,
was obsessed
even
because I saw a
they're
video where she was
obsessed with Caucasian
literally
man.
holding. You know, when they
Yeah,
start getting some black women, whether African American and African women, once they get with this white men, then they start disrespecting black men on
She
social
did.
media.
She
which
was
I don't
among
really
those.
Start
understand.
making videos.
Which I don't really understand. Why? There's
She
no
did
need
a
for
video.
that.
I saw the video that
She
this
did.
Ashlee
They
did,
said she did.
telling
Yeah.
black men off.
Really?
Yes,
Oh
she
yeah,
did. Which was shocking to
Wow.
me because she has her father who was alive, and as far as I know,
Exactly.
he was not a detached parent. So from my perspective, though, I've never really seen anybody who is obsessed with white people. And I don't know. Again, I had a completely different upbringing in Nigeria. Okay, all my neighbors were white. There was no neighbor I had. All my friends growing up were white. And when I mean white, my father worked with an oil company. Where we lived, I didn't know. In fact, he had to make a conscious effort to make us school outside of our estate so that we could see what the real Nigeria. I didn't know what power outage was. It wasn't an obsession, as far as I know. It just happened to be proximity, right? What's close to you, that's what you see. It's like
yeah,
my kids. I've already made my peace with it. I told my husband, if my kids bring somebody who is Caucasian, I will accept it because
yeah,
both of us are physicians. All our neighbors are mostly white. We're in a high-end neighborhood. That's what you see. Now,
yeah,
I would accept anybody regardless of race because that's how I was brought up. But to
Yeah.
be obsessed with someone to the point where you know this person will endanger you, I don't care if you're from my village, I will run.
yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
That's the right thing to do. It's
yeah,
the right
Exactly.
thing.
you love
Exactly.
somebody to the point. The Bible tells us love as much as yourself, not more than
Yes.
yourself.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, no,
Exactly.
there's the
No,
plum
there's
range.
obsession.
There are
There is
so many black
obsession.
women that are obsessed with white
There
men.
is
Trust me.
obsession. Yeah, there
It's
is
there.
Ah,
obsession.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Yeah, I
Then a
There's
cancel
lot
a
of
one
lot.
work
I
needs to be
cancel.
done because
I
Oh yeah,
cancel
they
a
will
lot of.
tell you
Mhm.
categorically that I don't do black. I only date white
I
men, and
have
I
a
will be
lot
saying
that
it
I'm
with pride.
canceling.
As
Yes,
if
interesting.
you know how
I'm
we talk
obsessed.
about how you can have choice.
Obsessed.
Anybody can date anybody. Nobody send you. But when you make it sound as if I'm only dating this race because they are better, then there's a problem.
But okay, so if that's the case, then there's a lot of self-hate then. This is not
Exactly.
because if you
Exactly.
feel that he is better, if he starts treating you badly, you will say you deserve it because you feel you're worse.
That's
That's
what I'm
what Claudia
saying.
has been trying to
That's
say.
what I say.
Ah,
They suffer in the marriage, but when they come out, they portray that everything is okay. They buy designer bags and designer shoes with their own hard earned money, but they are not coming. That's what I always tell people in my channel. Let the new generation know that you can choose whoever you want to choose. You can marry whoever you want to marry. Your preferences, nobody should change it for you. That is your preference, yeah. But let the new generation know that I'm in this marriage and this is what I'm going through. So if you want to get married to a Caucasian man, this and this and this and this. So people should be aware because Caucasian people are different. It's not the same like somebody married. Even if you're married someone from your village and it's your neighbor, the person was brought up differently from how you were brought up.
There
Yeah.
are people on social media, Claudia. Oh, maybe Plan Ray, you don't know. I can send you some videos. Nigerian women married to Caucasian men, all their content is centered around why white man is better than black man.
yeah. Now, wow.
They dear.
They're
My
obsessed.
sister,
There's some of them they're very, very
you
obsessed.
don't
So
know. You
Now,
don't know.
wow.
for me,
The
I feel like
obsession
nobody
is
should
real. It's serious. I'm telling
even
you.
I'm going to
even
start looking out for it because for me, it doesn't make any logical sense. Where
The
all of us have
content
the
about why
same.
white man is better
and
and the
apart
things
from
they are
that,
enjoying.
exactly, and apart from that, if you as well are not married to a Caucasian, they will not make friends with you. They will not be your friend. They
So
will not have
here is
nothing to
the
do with
thing
you.
that makes me laugh. And maybe they don't say it around me because I say it every day of the week. You can quote me anywhere. I always say that as a Nigerian woman, I'm not talking about women of other African backgrounds. If I have to choose between a good Nigerian man and a good Caucasian man, I will choose a good Nigerian man. Because a good Nigerian man, looking at my father, I won't even talk of my husband now. When they
Exactly.
love you and they follow the culture to care for you, you can't beat it. Quote me
Yeah,
anywhere.
you're right. You're
You,
right.
you
There's
can't beat it.
content.
I
Yeah,
even say this, even when
it's
my
a big.
in-laws are there, they will laugh when I say it. You can't beat it because culturally, the things that a son, like my father did for my grandfather, that's my maternal grandfather, the way he took them, it's a cultural thing. He has to carry food there. He has to make sure they're okay. He has to do this. You know what I mean? So he set a standard. And now that standard is what all of my in-laws, even me that I'm married somewhere else, I have to do that standard to my in-laws.
Do you also know something that there are black men on social media? Some of them are Africans, some of them are African and Americans, that they also stay on social media making videos about why they will never date a black woman.
Ah, you know,
And then they start to compare how black women are this, that, all the stereotypes. They start bringing it out. I mean, it's demeaning, and it's a reflect. It's loaded with self-hate when you see
it
those.
is.
They are on
And
social media.
and blacks are the only race who come to social media to demean and to
Yeah, oh yeah,
degrade
talk
their
down
own race. Yeah,
on their
other
own.
race, other race on with that.
Yeah. They use all the stereotype. That's what Faith is saying here. That some black men date only white women. I'll be there telling you, pay black woman is this, black woman is that. They would drag black women because they're one that they unalived about 2 years ago. Remember one? Is a
I remember
Nigerian
the
boy.
boy. I remember the
Yeah,
boy. He was dragging.
remember him, right?
Yeah, I
That's
remember
what he
him
was
very
doing.
well. And
That's
I
what
was
he
so
was doing.
shocked when I read those tweets. I'm like, but your mother is black. Your
Yeah,
sisters
Yeah,
are black.
a Nigerian guy.
yeah.
Yes, yes. They were not
Nigerian
even married.
American.
They were dating, from what I recall.
Yeah,
Okay.
the white girl just unalived him. She did it. It was trending. Yeah. Thank you so
Wow.
much, Florence. So
Thank you,
lovely.
guys. It was Auntie B. Hope you are back. Oh, I wish
I
me now.
am
Is it that will now strike for you?
back. back. I'm back like I never left. Thank you so much for your love and
Okay,
support, my
thank you,
darling.
everybody. Obodo fan, my hello. Now
Have a
stay
good
well.
evening.
Oh.
Love you
Bye.
so much.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys, please give us a thumbs up. We have a few callers in the studio. I will come to you. Please be patient. We'll try and make it very quick so that we can take everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This thing about colorism, I don't know. Some people, they take it a bit too far in terms of,
Yeah.
showing their preference. Love who you want to love, but please
Exactly.
don't put
Just do
down your
you.
people. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
just do you.
I can
Just do
never
you. I mean,
understand that.
everyone
As
should
much
have their
as I quarrel,
choices.
there's nobody that quarrels with Mongo Park more than me. Yeah. But for me, I say it all the time. If you, like Blomray said, if you get a good one, especially Nigerian men, they are the best. They are the best in the world, as far as I'm concerned. Do you understand? So I don't
I know.
understand
I
where
have
that
one. My
hate.
dad, my late dad. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand
Mm.
it. Uncle Patrick, maybe you can help us to understand it a bit more, sir. Ekrole.
Hey, Auntie B, good to have you.
Thank you, sir. I'm
Yeah.
going to send that thing to you. I've not forgotten. Emma Binu.
No, no problem, no problem.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you for bringing your guest. I'm really learning from her and Lomrin that just spoke.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Auntie B, the first thing, yeah, I said it, couples, they argue when they travel. Even
Mm-hmm.
during honeymoon, it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
But when they get to a stage that they're bringing in security or police, there's a big issue there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a no-no, it's a big red flag. And probably they've been having issue before they came down there. And the thing now blow. Yeah, they should look into that. What
Yeah.
caused them to argue to that extent? Like I said, we are human. Even
Mm.
during honeymoon, people argue, you begin to discover yourself. Even when you are married and you make a trip, you can argue about one or two things, but don't let it blow.
Yeah.
To that extent that you have to bring in police. And the lesson for us to learn. Yes, I have daughters.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to ask you, and I have a son too. If you are marrying interracial, especially Caucasian,
Mm.
please and please get to know the family.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to know the personnel, the personnel, the guys himself or the
His
lady
personality.
herself. Yeah. You need,
Personality.
Auntie
Mm.
B, we are talking about marriage.
Mm.
You don't want to go into something that is supposed to go for life and you are regretting it.
Mm.
Yes. You need to know, I don't want my daughter to get married to a white Caucasian family that they will treat her like a trash.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
cannot go to their house and blend with the mom or the dad. And this is no slavery time. I can't spend all my money on tuition. You going to college, I've been there for you as a daughter, as a son. And now, no, it's a no. And for you as well. You get to know the family, the background of this guy. Who is this guy? Who is this girl?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do without that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you an example.
Yes, sir.
My nephew got married to a white lady. They have 3 kids now, grown-up kid. Their first son is about 12. When the mother-in-law died, Auntie B, I went for the burial with my wife, not knowing that the woman has written a letter. They now brought the letter and said she will read it during her burial. The mother said, your number one priority is your family. I was
Mm-hmm.
shocked.
Mm-hmm.
He said, your husband, you must respect. I said, white
Mm-hmm.
woman? Auntie B, when we got to their property, I opened my mouth.
Yeah, but it's the white women that usually rule their men. The white women are in charge of their household.
Listen,
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say now.
yes, but the mother said it's your number one priority is your don't mess up with your husband.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, so humble a family. in America, they own more than 500 acres of land. My eyes got open, but you will never know from this family. There are two. The mother of the mother-in-law of my nephew and the sister, they are the one, the parent gave them that proper. I was like, what? You came from this family? But you never knew from. I'm not talking of the men, though. I never knew. This woman was a former principal. So humble a family. Yes. So I'm saying this, that you must
get to know. If you are interested in interracial relationship, please don't go to Zanzibar without knowing the family. That's one.
No, you don't even have to make it. Before you are talking about marriage, when you are dating.
Get to know them. Get to know them properly, oh. Uncle Patrick Shawamba, are you there, sir? Hello. Okay, I think Uncle Patrick is having some technical hitch there. Okay, let me take the next person. Claudia, do you want to react to what Uncle Patrick said before I go to T-Com Crew?
Yeah, you know what he said is I'm just trying to connect with Facebook, just try to so people from my Facebook
all right.
page.
T-Com Crew, please unmute yourself then. What do you have to say? Do you have a contribution? You're in the studio.
Hello, my sister.
Good evening. Welcome. Where are you joining us from?
Good evening to you. I'm coming from Canada.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good evening. The panelists have been listening for a while. And this is such an interesting but sad situation. I'm just gonna piggyback a little bit from where my uncle was speaking from. See, there were a lot of red flags.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, I'm not sure. You were told, or you were given the condition that your father should not walk you down the aisle.
That's the first wife.
The first wife
of this man.
Of that man. Okay. Was she aware of that information?
I can't say.
Okay. So there were a lot of questions I believe she should have asked, or the elders in her home should have, on her behalf, asked. Right? You see, when you're dealing with people who have, in Africa, we have laws and we have culture. But when you're dealing with people who majority have laws and they don't have culture, you have to be very careful. You have to be extremely careful. And I'm not saying all of them, but some of them.
Yeah.
And also, there used to be an adage. Permit me to say it, that a river that forgets its source, it's going to dry up. Right? Now, if you are going into such terrain, that is, even if you want to forget your source, that is the time you're supposed to establish some tight connection with your source. And your source could be your family member to start with. And let me just leave it at that part. Your father mostly, your mother mostly, right? They will be able to help you see some of these things that you are not seeing. Because from what I'm listening now, and I believe what most people are gathering, it doesn't look real. From the jump, how their relationship started, it doesn't look real.
Yeah. Because when I heard that they met in November and he took her to Zanzibar in March and proposed, I'm like,
look at that. Imagine that. So I want to believe.
6 months.
I want to believe. Yes, I want to believe a lot of people will be in our corner telling her that what's going on. This is a little bit too fast, right? But we don't know who is calling the shot. We don't know who is, pushing for. Okay, let's get married. Let's get it quickly. Let's get it up to a point. But then I don't know if anybody knows what could be the motive. I understand there's an investigation going on. The motive as well could point in the direction of what may be going on here. Right? We have seen some circumstances, some shady circumstances like that.
Very shady. Oh, shady gone you.
And by the time they find out, it could be for money, it could be as a result of insurance, it may be
Yeah.
a result of one thing or the other.
My concern here, yeah, T-Com Crew, is that this is Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And that in itself is not giving me a lot of confidence, because we know how our police are underfunded and everything that goes on. They can easily buy people off. Considering that we're even hearing again that the hotel where they stayed belongs to the man's friend.
Okay.
So there's too much in that is making me feel like, is she going to get justice? Are they going to do due diligence to ensure that they do forensic investigation to ensure that this is actually, because I'm struggling to believe that this young girl, she has her whole life ahead of her. Why would she unalive herself?
Wow. I hope the CCTV is not missing already. Because it looks like something that is way beyond her. She gotten herself into something that is way beyond her. And even at that, if you are moving that fast and you realize you have made some mistakes, and I believe she must have seen it, right? But she's just going in with hope that maybe things will change and all that. You are not supposed to go to an isolated place. You should do your research very well. Make sure it's a neutral place that when things happen, they cannot bury you like that.
Hey.
Look at you. Just imagine you going to an acquaintance hotel that is linked directly to this man. You're supposed to go to a neutral place. You're supposed to go to a neutral place. Yeah, it really sounds fishy and it's very sad. And also to jump on another point raised by one of my sisters. You see, I think we Africans, we have to go and develop a vaccine to cure this see-finish syndrome.
Explain.
We see ourselves in a very, very bad light.
Yeah.
Across board. Woman to men.
Yeah.
Men to, like you will see an African go to be with an Indian, be using that to pepper his fellow African man.
Yeah. Black people generally. Not
Generally.
Africans.
And it's the only race that we disrespect each other. Even go and look at let me use the States for instance. Go and look at some of the music produced by young and upcoming artists, mostly in the hood or something close to that. Go and listen to the lyrics. The words they choose to describe women is so sad.
Yeah. And the women will still be dancing to it. They will dance to
They'll
it.
be dancing to it.
Even the women too. The women rappers, they degrade. The degrading is. Oh my
themselves baddie and all those kinds
There's too
sort
much
of
trauma.
stuff.
That's all I can say. The Black community has too much trauma. And people, instead of people to go and do the work of healing, everybody's on social media bleeding on one another.
Yeah. White women don't demean their white men like that. Are they perfect? Are they more perfect than us? Think about it. That thing, is it one of the byproduct of by effect of slavery,
Slavery, yeah, and colonialization. Yes, it
of
is.
colonization. Even if we say that is the case,
Yes, it
the
is.
people that were shipped across the waters are in the States. Even back home in Africa, same
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that means that syndrome is what was in their DNA before they even shipped them across the borders.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Yeah.
need to develop a vaccine that will help us to start, even in
Mm.
marriages that should work normally. Once you know the in fact, once you know the weakness of your partner, that's what you will now use as a weapon
Mm-hmm.
against him or her.
Mm-hmm. Do you
That
see the
is so
one, the latest
sad.
one that's happening? Tick on Crow. There's a latest one that is happening now on
We,
TikTok. When
oh,
relationship or marriage ends, people will go and sit down and start doing episodes. Episode 1 to 100. They will sit down and start to document everything that happened. Instead of going to a therapist, TikTok is the new therapy. Oh, you don't know.
ọ̀nà
Hmm.
àtijẹ àti mú ìṣá,
Ah,
we will
cozy,
do
cozy,
anything. More,
cozy.
we
Oh.
know it's not easy, but I mean, can't you just out of out of everything, can't you just pick one thing that is positive? Because the truth is this: we're doing all this platform and all this thing is for posterity because it will be there when we are long gone,
Mm,
and people will come back and play it and
mm,
listen to it. And now, what is the reason why you have this platform? Is it to educate? Is it to
mhm,
edify? Is it for
mm,
people to learn? Is it to sanitize the society?
mm,
We need to think carefully what we are doing. We don't know what that lady was consuming in
mhm,
terms of materials on social media that made her make that decision. So if you
mm,
plot the graph very, very well,
mm.
wherever she's getting that inspiration to make her to make to take that such drastic step, they are indirectly linked to this unfortunate situation.
Absolutely.
So we
Thank
should
you so
think. We
much.
should
Mhm.
think.
Yeah.
So that's just my own submission.
I totally agree with you. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you again. We need very calm and reasonable, sound minds like yourself to continue to preach. We need to do the work of teaching. People learn. People are learning. Trust me. People are listening and they are learning, and we will never stop teaching. Thank you so much. Before I go to Brad Patrick, you were thrown out. You didn't finish your thoughts there. Do you want to just quickly finish, sir, before I move to the next person? Hello, Uncle Patrick. Shangbo me. Oh, Uncle Patrick can still not hear me. Okay. We leave Uncle Patrick to come back. I've got someone else. Black man is fair.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Okay. Hi. Where are you joining us from?
I am joining from America. I'm in New York.
Welcome, welcome. What do you have to say about this?
And it's very highly disturbing anytime you hear that a black woman loses her life and in such a manner as this. It's very disturbing. For as far as the black American male perspective, I think we feel just as like any other male when their race of women date outside the race. And you're gonna hear a lot of ill feelings from the men and things like that. And men are gonna take their opportunity to take shots and things like that because of how that affects men. Any man, ask any man, about like an Italian man or any man about his woman dating outside the race. They don't go for that. They don't play that, and it affects them. And so I think black men are the same. As far as she died, I don't know. I'm hearing so many different things. It could have been like a sacrifice type of thing from the lifestyle and that she was into, as well as the guy that she was seeing. He's supposed to have some connections to the mob and things like that. So that's all about killers and people who operate above the law and things like that. So there's a lot of factors, but it's just all disturbing any way you look at it. When a black woman loses her life, and definitely in the hands of somebody who's supposed to love her and care for her. I think if you love somebody, you don't you never do something to them. You know what I mean? You rather do something to yourself before you do something to them. So it's all very strange. I would just like to see more black love, and I'll just end it there.
So before you, yeah, thank you very much for that. But I need to challenge you slightly on that, because just yesterday I was in my brother Uncle Beno's show. Uncle Beno is actually here. I can't remember their names because they are American women. Uncle Beno, what are the names of those women? 3 women. They are black women, married to black men. All of them killed by those men. So I understand what you are saying, that black men want to see black women with black men. They don't want to see black women with, men from other race. However, there are a lot of black men also unaliving black women. How about that?
Yes, to answer, it's always disturbing. It's always disturbing. It's always disturbing. It's never condoned or something that we want to see, right? I think a lot of times, black women choose a lot of times of the man that does not love them, does not cherish them, does not adore them, does not put them on high. I think a lot of times black women get into relationships and they're the one carrying the relationship. They're the one in love. They're the one going through all the motions. I also think the way black people live, like nothing in life has ever been guaranteed or perfect, right? So a lot of times we pick the lesser of two evils, right? We're all going to die. We're all going to experience something in this earth, but we rather have it within our own people. We're not condoning anything. This is not what we want to happen, but there are a lot of other factors of how black women move and think and operate with their black men that have a lot to do with it, as far as choice and selection. The day-to-day things that they say to a man in general, and that fosters a good loving relationship and a good understanding relationship, that I'm here for you, we're here for each other to make it through life. And
what if black men do more to protect black women? Maybe black women won't feel the need to look for love in another race. How about that?
I think black women do not date the corny, the simp, the lame, or the nerd type of black man, the guy that's in love with her. I think as far as protection, we all need to protect and provide. I think we do. I think the average black man doesn't bother a woman in a day, right? The average black man is not badgering a woman or doing anything. The average black man, if he goes to talk to her, he's trying to get into love. He has the loving feeling in his heart. He's trying to express that with the woman that he has that for. And I don't think black women pick those type of guys a lot and be ready to make a man feel like protecting and providing for her and living for her and dying for her. I don't think she gets with men and fosters those relationships like that. But
all right, thank you so much. Black Man is Fair from New York City for joining us. I don't think I've seen you here before, but it's always lovely to speak to our brothers and sisters wherever you are in the world. So thank you. You're welcome anytime. And thanks for your contribution. Really, really appreciate that. Olamide Akinsonya said, if there were enough black good men, women wouldn't pick bad men. We need to stop focusing on women picking wrong men and perhaps look at what is available from women to pick. Uncle Beno, are you there? Or you just joined
Hey, Auntie B, I'm here.
Are you here? The first question I wanted to ask you is that I know you have daughters, and I know how protective you are of your daughters. If your daughter brings a white man home in the future, what would you do?
Well, me from the get-go, I'm going to tell the white man straight off. I don't like you. I don't trust you. Period.
Uncle Ben, no, you always crack me up. He says, I don't like you. I don't You don't disappoint. You're just going to tell him, I don't like you. I don't trust you.
Auntie B, see,
Uncle Ben, no.
for me, I don't do pretext. I don't like to pretend. The fact is, many of us, even some people watching right now, so far you have your kids in abroad. Some of your daughter will end up bringing a white guy home.
Or your sons, or my
Or your
sons,
son will
they're going to end up bring a white girl. What can you do?
And
You should even, let me tell you something, Uncle Ben. No, this is why you're saying I'm going to tell him I don't like you, I don't trust you. What if imagine so, because I know the way you feel about the other same-sex one. You should be happy she's bringing a man. If she brings a woman, uncle, what are you? Ondo is foul.
Auntie B, you see the way the life is going right now. They are always preaching it. Oh, it's our choice. It's his choice. It's everybody's choice. My thing is, your choice cannot deny me my own choice. You feel me? So
they will tell you it's not your life.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. My thing is, go live your life. Let me live my life. But you can't force your life on me.
So you will not accept. You won't accept.
No, see, Auntie B, where we are right now, these children, whether you accept, you not accept, they will do what they want to do.
Of course.
You know that, right?
Of course.
For me, if my daughter comes home with a white guy, I know people will say, he's not everybody. He could be nice, but I go by the numbers. Okay. The fact is, the larger percentage of your kind don't like my kind. I don't know which one you belong to at the moment, whether you are the good one or the bad one. So the fact that my daughter can't find a good guy among my own kind, and she find you, she says she loves you, everything, that is her choice. But now that she brought you home, brother, I am not a fan. Because I've seen many of even our African parents, as soon as their daughter bring white come, now then they dance safe. Hey, my daughter bring a yibo. I don't know. It's just a bunch of craziness. So for me, I'm gonna tell the guy straight up from the moment they introduce him, bro, these are some of the things your kind used to do to Black women. I am not saying you do that, but I just want you to know, as a father, I don't trust you. I don't like you, but my daughter loves you. So if you both walk out of here, if my daughter say you are the one for her, I'm going to give my blessings, all right? But here's the thing. I am watching you like a hawk.
Like my eyes,
like
on you. Hawk. If you do anyhow, you will see anyhow.
Yeah. I'm just going to say it, bro. I don't care about your money. I don't care about your trust fund or whatever you got going. All I care about is my daughter.
Yeah. That's what I just pray for. I mean, with our children, right? I don't know whether we have much to say about that or much control over that. What we should pray for our children is a good person, a kind partner who is going to love and cherish them, whether they are boys or girls. Let's just pray for them to find a good partner.
We pray.
Race, I don't know whether we can do anything about it.
Yeah, but at the same time, Auntie B, I think parents should let their children know where they stand. Because I think if your daughter know that my dad ain't going to buy into your color, I think the daughter will begin to tell the dude that, hey, we're going to my daddy's house. Let me tell you beforehand right now, my dad is not a big fan of a white dude marrying his daughter. So
you see, the problem I have with some of these issues is that most times when a white man unalived a Black woman, they walk away free.
It is what it is.
That is the problem I have with it. We've seen it happen many times. But if it's the other way around, the Black woman is going to be in trouble. So I don't know.
Auntie B, I think most time don't say I'm victim shaming now, Auntie B. I'm just trying to give my own opinion. I think
Go
most
ahead.
time the black sisters are the one who let the white husband walks away. You know why? Many of these our so-called black sisters, as soon as they are with white guy, they don't even want to come around you. They don't even want their parents to be too involved, because to some of them, they felt like their parent is even inferior around their white husband. Only few of them, few decent of our black sisters actually go for a guy that will accept them, accept their family. Many of them, look, I will say it and I will say it. Majority of white people, they live solitary life. They live individualistic life. When they marry you, it's you and them, period. They are not like us, where we say we get married. Oh, you know, these are my wife family. I have to embrace everybody. They can come to my house. I can go to their. They don't do that. And many of our sisters that marry them, they know that. They usually help them to even keep their own family away. So when issue of this unaliving happen, it's easy for them to walk away. That's just my own take. I am not saying it's everybody. We have some decent white guys that marry African sisters and they take care of the African sisters. They even blend with our community. Some of them are even joining our clubs now. Over here in Texas, you see some of them join our Igbo clubs and things like that. They are having fun. But it's not all of them. The vast majority of them, they still, look, I've said this on my platform, I will say it again. Have you seen white Oyinbo? We go marry guy, we know they're educated, guy, we no get anything, we just they rowdy anyhow. They don't do that. They go for the well-educated girls, the one that carry themselves certain way. So definitely they go for the black sisters who they consider a prize. They don't just go for anyone randomly and say, have you ever seen a white guy travel to Nigeria or to Namibia to go pick one girl where they suffer, where they fetch water from this thing? They don't do all that. They go.
And they
for
always pick the very.
They do.
That they don't marry them. I never see the one women they see. Now the one where we say the lady is a professional. She's educated. She's living her own life.
The passport bro one is different. Those ones are different. It's passport bro you're talking about. The ones that go to Africa to marry, those ones are different. The ones that marry in the US or in the West is different. They look for different things. Do you understand? Yeah. Passport bro, no, that one is different. See, one thing I've noticed, there's something you said, Claudia, about how, you know, a woman who is married to a Caucasian man, and even the food is a problem. I think one test, for those of you who are interested, I'm not saying you should, but people will do what they want to do. I know somebody that actually, the Oyibo man, the Caucasian man, divorced her. One of the problem was the food, the Nigerian food. He couldn't stand it.
So it smells, yeah.
Because he says it smells. Because he was living, you know how they live on bread. The woman wants to cook stew, want to cook egusi soup. He will, the whole house, he complained about it so much. Eventually, you know, it led to one of the issues they had, and the marriage broke down. Natsu, hello, darling. I miss you. How are my babies? Yeah, baby Jimmy. You are on maternity. Stop giving super chat, Natsu. Kintie, I miss you, my baby.
You know what the guy is trying to do by doing that is trying to make her hate her own food and not cook it and continue eating his own. Join him in eating his own food, you know.
So I think that's one of the things that people need to be aware of. If he's stopping you from eating your food and he wants you to eat his food, that means he doesn't like your culture, and that's one of the a big red flag
to look out for. And you know, like I tell people, I said, if you want to marry a Caucasian man, you need to read, or a Caucasian woman, you need to really dig in. Like, is it really what I want? If that's what you want, you go for it, because, like I said, it's always some certain things come. It's always one-sided. It's always my family. They will never ask you How is your dad? How is your mom? Today's your mom's birthday. Let's celebrate her. Let's send her a flower. No, it's always my mom, my dad. My mom has a birthday. My dad has a birthday. Especially if you're not in the same city or country where the African parents are living. So they don't ask. They don't really care. It's always about them, them, them. My family, my family. Let's go to my dad. Let's go to my mom. They will never ask you unless you initiate it. I said, "Oh, today's my dad's birthday." They said, "Oh, okay, happy birthday." But
Mhm.
so it's I think people should know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah.
Everybody has their preferences, but just know what to get yourself into and be prepared
Yeah.
for it. And so that when it happens, when it's manifesting, you will not be surprised, you will not be taken unaware, you will not get emotional backlash and said, "Oh, this guy doesn't like me." No, you should know what you're getting yourself into with your eyes open. So when
Especially if you're
he
on
or
social
she,
media. If you
yeah,
are
so
going to be creating content around the interracial marriage.
That's say the truth. If you're on social media and you're creating content in interracial marriage, say the truth. Let people know that look, this is how it is. Don't portray something different and come and say something different and you're going through something. That's what I told you. I said, not only social media, before the social media era, they come out, the so-called Oyibo wives, they come out and pretend all is well. Yeah, maybe it's the way they were raised in Africa. I have no idea. But in the house, it's not all well.
Yeah.
Let people know
Like they are
that
not telling you both sides.
no,
Like
let
there are
people
good
know
sides
that
and bad sides. But make everything look like it's rosy.
because relationship is not always
Mm,
rosy.
mm,
Relationship, whether white or black, it's not always rosy. You have misunderstanding. Sometimes somebody like I wake up in the morning, I'm not in a good mood. But I should be able to communicate with my partner that look, I'm not just feeling it today. So if you see me behave anyhow, just pardon me. Yeah, give me a pass.
yeah.
So you communicate, but they don't.
They
Don't
make it seem
give
as if it's
people
all hunky dory. Everything is sweet
it's
every day.
not, it's not.
There's
It's a
no hiccup.
relationship.
Yeah.
No,
It's
it's
content.
not.
Content, ni content, Lubade. Let me take Ngozi briefly. Uncle Beno, I'm going to come back to you in a minute. Ngozi, you are in the studio. Hello, darling. Welcome. How are you?
Hello, hi Tubi, hi everybody. Happy Sunday.
Hi.
All right, this is a very interesting topic because I think the angle I want to pull up is I think some women, black women, fetishize this whole interracial thing because they want to get married. And when I say that, I'm saying just from an American perspective, being a black person, black people being the minority in America, when you look at marriages, you look at relationships from an outside view, it just seems as if the average white man is more marriage minded than the average black man. That's just that's I don't think we could even argue that. There's a numbers factor, of course, there's more white people in America, particularly compared to black people. But even going to grad school every year, the white women were getting married, they were getting engaged. It was maybe like 10 of us black people. The one girl who ended up getting married in grad school ended up marrying a white guy in our class. So I
Mm,
do think there is an element of like security and actually wanting to be married because we can't beat around the bush. If outside of like Nigerian men particularly, a lot of black men don't really care for marriage.
mhm.
So if you are a black woman and you want to be married in a Western world, particularly in America where I reside, you kind of have a better chance opening your options,
Mhm.
particularly to white men. So I do think that is one angle to look at it. I do think there's also the fantasy behind it, feeling like white men are like better or that maybe because they value marriage more necessarily means you're going to have a better experience, which is not true. And then I mentioned in the comments, I also think it's for some people is the mixed children part. I do think that some people really want, like, it's a thing. I hear about people are doing master classes in Nigeria and all this stuff. People are talking about how they have biracial children. I remember growing up, one of my mother's friends talked about just marrying like a Spanish guy so her children could be mixed. And I didn't really understand like how deep that was. Like, so her children could have like soft hair and have like light eyes. And I was so young. When I think back to that, I'm like, that's crazy to open your mouth and say that, but that's how she truly felt. And I do think that because colorism is such a big thing in somewhere like Nigeria, a
Mhm.
lot of black people, even though they don't really understand how it affects them, and some people internalize it. And like now that we are more exposed and we have the opportunity, some women really just want to be with a non-black man to have mixed children. Like it's a thing for them.
Yeah.
It's the
Absolutely.
thing. So I think there's so many layers, there's so much to unpack with this topic. But what I've learned from my personal experience is that men are men, people are people. It's just like you said, if you date someone, I'm open, I could date anyone, but it's not like I'm going looking for this person, feeling like they're superior to that person. If it happens organically, fine, it's okay, whatever. But to put in your mind or feel as if someone who is not your person is better, that's crazy. That
Yeah,
there's no way you can say there's not some element of self-hate inside of it. There is
absolutely.
100% some self-hate, and you have to really do the work and see where this stems from, where this comes from. Because you also have the opposite factor. I'm even going through the comments. Some people are very stuck on, like, I need to be with someone like me. I need to be with someone from even like my tribe, like you mentioned earlier. And I also think that could be a little bit problematic as well.
Yeah,
Especially if you live in a Western world. Like I said, if you're living in Nigeria, you say my husband has to be from Anambra State, I'm
yeah.
Anambra, he has to be a
You can go to
Catholic.
you can
That's
always go to
fine,
your
thank
village.
you. But I'm telling you,
Go,
Auntie B,
go
if we
to your
one
village
day,
and find one.
Auntie B, one day if we just do a live on this topic, I'm seeing it with Nigerian women, and particularly in the Western world. A lot of women really being pressed on this whole like tribe and being from a certain place
It's
is really
always been a
hurting us.
problem within Nigeria.
But
Tribe has
it,
always been a problem.
it is, but I'm saying that when you could be tribal when you're in Nigeria. Like I said, if you say you only want a Yoruba person in Nigeria, you have Ikiti, you have Lagos, you have Ondo, you have Oshun, you have many states to choose from. It's not you have options, but you
Yeah,
can't come to America and be in one state and say you have to be with someone from your tribe, from your same village, from your same LGA. It's crazy. Like,
yeah,
and like it comes to a point and then you're really limiting your. I get the reason why to an extent. Trust me, I understand that we talk about the cultural similarities and all these stuff, right? Even as a Nigerian person, Igbo person, different states have different ways of doing things. So I understand why someone who's even Igbo would say, "Oh, I want someone from Anambra." I'm not from Anambra. Anambra people, they do things a little bit differently. But it comes to a point like you still are limiting yourself when you can be when you're too specific. So you don't want to go to the extreme where you just, oh, I want outsider, I want someone different from me, or I want a different race. But at the same time, being too, I need someone
too
just like
rigid.
me.
Too
Yes, being
rigid.
too rigid,
You are locking
especially
yourself up, and
especially
you
for
might
women,
potentially
especially
not find a
on
partner.
TV, especially for women. I just wedding last week. My cousin married a Guyanese woman. Went to South Africa February. My cousin married a Eritrean woman. The men are not specific like this. That's the difference. It's what I usually see with the women being very specific, very rigid, and it has a lot of women is holding us back from getting
Yeah,
married because our
absolutely.
options are very limited. The men don't limit themselves like women do,
Yeah.
But this is a great topic. It's been a while, so let me just call in.
Thank you, my
I hope you're
darling,
good.
Ejima. Thank
All
you.
right, take care. Bye
Lovely to
bye.
speak to you, my love. Take care of yourself, and we'll
Likewise.
speak soon.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye, darling. Bye bye. Okay, there's so many dimensions to this, and of course, people are interested in talking about this because, as tragic as this incident is, people are affected by it. And of course, if you are a parent, you want to consider a lot of things that are going on, especially if you have children in the diaspora who are adults, young adults. They are dating, they want to marry. It's worrying because we can sit down here and talk now, but the people that are deeply affected by all this is Ashlee's parents. I saw a video where the mother was, granted an interview. My heart broke for her. It's very tragic. And the part that really, really annoys me and makes me so mad about this whole situation is the fact that the way the authorities in that country are handling this matter, it doesn't seem to me like there's going to be any justice. But then again, it's Africa. I don't know. The police there, I don't know what they're doing. I really don't know what they're doing. So this is quite troubling for a lot of people. I've got Diana. Is it Diane? Hi, Diane. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi.
Oh,
Sorry I came
hello.
late. Yeah, sorry I came late.
Are you Claudia's friend?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
Hi, how are
Welcome,
you?
welcome. We are
Thank
talking all
you.
things interracial marriage today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We are using the story of Ashlee Jane, who sadly passed away in Tanzania on a honeymoon, whatever holiday she went, with this bald-headed, ugly white man. Sorry, I don't want to
Did
say
you see
that.
his eyes? His eyes. His
It's
eyes are
scary. When I
dead.
saw his head, the man scared me. He looks like
Yeah.
somebody from the clan. I'm like, what you,
He's a
you're such a
psychopath.
beautiful girl. What are you doing with this man?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the
What do you think
problem, you know.
about it? We're talking about everything around this.
Yeah,
Have you
it's
been in an
really
interracial marriage yourself or relationship?
yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah,
how was it for you?
married. My husband was beautiful. It was nice. He died, but
Oh, I'm sorry
aside
to hear
that,
that.
yeah, I just date the opposite race, and yeah, I've been with one that Claudia knows, the one I went with, but in the end, it wasn't a good experience. So I have a voice. I talk about narcissism because I went through it. I see, I live, I eat narcissism.
Oh,
You know, because when you see narcissism, you can't unsee it in people.
right,
You just can't. Family, friends, it's just a whole lot.
right.
Yeah. So I have, but with this girl, I was talking to Claudia the other day about Ashlee. This guy, he's gone to Africa where the law is broken. He's gone there to do what he's done, and these people, I think what I heard, that he does freak offs as well.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard that. And then Ashlee herself was like, she was an escort, something like that.
right.
Like all these gentlemen's, big clubs, just like P. Diddy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and all that, because they said, I think one of our Instagram handles has been taken down, and that a friend of hers, I think they saw something, oh, she's looking after me, location in Dubai, and all that. So she's a high class, apparently or allegedly, she's a high class escort. That's
Right.
what, that's the story that is going round, but aside that, everybody, I try not to be judgmental. She knows why she is doing that. That's, if it's true, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
sure. But
Mm-hmm.
that's her life. Doesn't mean she has to go the way she did.
Yeah.
You know.
Nobody deserves to go that way.
No, not at all. And the
Mm.
guy himself, what's his name again? McCain, whatever his name
Mm.
is. That
Joe
guy,
Mac something
yeah,
Joe
Joe
McCain.
McCain, something like that.
Mm.
And that guy, the way I see him, I think the ex-wife is coming to speak as well. And I spoke to Claudia about it, and I said, let's wait and see what the ex-wife would come with. Then ex-girlfriends are coming out now to speak as well. How
Right.
arrogant, how arrogant this man is, and controlling. So I said, yeah, this is what I'm saying. How do people blaming Ashlee, blaming, we have dangerous people everywhere, both white and black. It doesn't mean because he's white and he's with a black girl. The black woman, sorry to say, I'm one of them. The black woman is
One of
very
us.
easy.
You mean
The
one of
black
us?
yeah, the black woman is really what's it called? The black woman is really easy to manipulate, especially the African black woman. We're very easy to manipulate because of culture,
Mm-hmm.
where your mom is serving your dad, and all that. That cultural thing is really affecting us, and we enable toxicity back
Mm.
in Africa. We enable it because I senior you, you senior me, you be my younger sister, and you know that enables narcissism.
Yeah, but she's not African. She's African American. So she doesn't have
Yeah,
this culture.
yeah, African American. Yeah, where did this African American? Where did they originate from? From Africa, obviously,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that DNA is there. The DNA is there. And again, if
I don't know about that. I don't think.
you
Yeah,
know,
the DNA is there, but the culture is different.
yeah, I know,
The
but
way Black American or African American women relate in relationship is completely different from the way we are. I mean, culturally, we are not in the same space at all.
okay, on
Completely
Facebook,
different.
right? I on
Mm.
Facebook I talk about narcissism, right? I have a community in narcissism, right? And like they show you on your dashboard, your analytics.
Mm.
The most people that follow me
Mm-hmm.
is Americans. Americans are my biggest audience,
Right.
right? And they really, really, understand narcissism a lot.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They relate with it. Like the Jamaicans, like the Africans, that have migrated, or like us, we have children. Then the children are now, British, American, or whatever, you know, and all that. And like I said, the DNA is there, right?
Mm.
I'm a full blown African black woman, but
Mm-hmm.
we are so easy to manipulate. And
Right.
again, another thing, when it comes to the devilish man, the narcissist, psychopath, whatever, when it comes to them, they get you at your most vulnerable time, and when you're vulnerable, any help that comes, you just grab it.
Mm-hmm.
You just That's what I'm in a way telling you about my story. I was vulnerable when I met my ex, and he was so nice to me, and I needed a man figure at that time in my life, and I fell for it because I mean, naturally, I'm a nice woman. I have empathy, loads of it, right?
Mm.
And this man took me in my vulnerable moments,
Mm.
and I'm a widow, right? And he would say to me something like, "Oh, you haven't been to your husband's grave for a while. I just bought flowers. Let's
Is he
go."
a white man?
Yes, you know, he said, "Let's go." Then you just take me, Hampton Court in Surrey. That's where we lived, and he's still there. And we drive. I live in Kent, right? Then he would drive like 2 hours to my husband's grave. He would hold the flowers, right? Why am I saying this? I'm saying this that these people have a plan. They study you, and when people are saying, "Oh, why Ashley?" No, you can't blame Ashley, because this person has been so, it's a facade. That niceness. He would take me to my husband's grave. I'm the widow, right? And he will remind me, "We have to go to your husband's grave."
Mm.
Then we'll go to my husband's grave. He will hold the flowers, and he'll kneel down and talking to my husband like he knew him when he was alive.
That
So,
that's weird.
so
That's
tell
completely
yes. So
weird.
tell me, why would you fall flat for that kind of a human being that is
So when you
nice and
fell
all
flat,
that?
that's when the true character now came out. The
Yes,
narcissism came out.
yes, came out. Then you didn't. You don't recognize. You don't recognize this person that was so loving and
We
caring.
need to have another session where you are going to come back to tell us about this man and how he's kneeling down in the grave of a man he never met in his life.
Yes. What about
Mhm.
Facebook?
Mhm.
He would go on Facebook, and my husband's birthday, because my husband was a very nice man. I always say it. He looked after me until the last breath, right? And he would say to me, "Tell me about your husband. Just tell me about your husband." Then
So
I'll
it was
tell
the
him.
opposite. It
Yes.
was the
Then
opposite
I'll
of
tell
your
him.
husband.
Yeah, but you started acting like my husband. These
Oh,
people, oh my God. I said to my big sister, I said, "Sis, are two people so exactly alike?"
so whatever you tell him, he now start acting that way.
Yes, he was mirroring me. Everything I told him about my husband, he was just doing, pretending to be that man. That's how
Lobate.
dangerous these people are.
Mhm.
So this Ashley's guy, John, whatever. I hope they find justice.
Yeah,
I hope,
absolutely.
I hope they bring Ashley's body back home, back to
Mm.
America, and do another, forensics or whatever they call it. I hope they do that, because
Yeah.
this man, apparently, he's friends to the owner of the
The
resort,
hotel. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
and the resort is owned by a white person as well. They're friends, and that's
Yeah.
where they go and do their freak offs,
Ha.
right?
Hey,
And
God.
they said they were fighting. They were fighting. Ashley and this John Joe, whatever, they were fighting, and the resort gave them a different apartment. It's because Joe is known. Who does
Mm,
that? You've been to countries. Say for argument's sake, you're fighting with your partner, which does happen.
mm.
Then the hotel will come and separate you two.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's not.
Yeah, let me. Uncle Beno is about to leave now. Then, sorry, give me a minute. Let me just take on to Uncle
Okay.
Beno's. Uncle Beno, please unmute yourself and give us before you go to Sunday school. Talk to me before you go to Sunday school and go and pray for your daughters not to bring a white man home.
Had to be, leave me. Basically, I just want us to pray for all our sisters. Let's cover them with the blood of Jesus, so that those one who are genuinely in love with a white man, we pray that their love will continue to grow. Peace will be in their home. But those one who are chasing white man because of inferiority complex, let also pray for them. They are the one, for me, I really don't have much empathy for. I'm sorry, because I don't know why somebody will hate herself so much. And this is not just ladies. There are too many black guys out there too, who are chasing white girls like their life depends on it. And you can tell that when they finally settle with these people, it's not from genuine love. It's just, I just don't know. It's just
What
because
about
they.
all those ones that we see on social media? There's one that went to do Thanksgiving, celebrating their 1 year anniversary of their marriage. That guy should be in his maybe late 30s, and that woman is at least in her 70s. What about all those Nigerian brothers with their edede?
Those Nigerian brothers, I don't even think deliverance will work for them. We all know what that is all about. To be.
If you see the way this guy was dancing, I don't know, Uncle Beno, if you saw that video. This church
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, he danced like David dance. That is the woman, the mama couldn't move too much. You know, old age now. She was just doing small. I say, this boy, the way you are dancing, if you handle this woman, what is all this?
Auntie B, they don't care. They just need that pally, so we know as they go. So please, to all the sisters who are married to white men, honestly, I'm praying for you guys. I know it's your choice, and I know you are having an amazing time. Don't say, "Oh, this Uncle Ben just don't like who I'm married to." Honestly, it has nothing to do with you. It's just that I've read a lot of books, I've seen a lot of things happening, and now that I live in the US, I know what's up when it comes to black and white. Nobody can tell me any difference. When people don't like you, they don't like you. And when the statistics are all there. If 95% of people don't like you, don't come and preach to me and say, well, you know, that is racism, that is it. I don't believe in that bullshit. The number says you don't like me. There is no reason why I should like you. So I usually preach, follow your own kind. But if love happens to you, there are great white men, white lady that loves you naturally. If it happens to you, embrace it. But don't say, hey, why are our people talking like this? I am not in support of it, because when the bows happen, I'm not going to be part of the people who will be saying, oh, hey, see, you see this lady issue now, the one that happened in Tanzania. Some people are beginning to give other people emotional blackmail up and down. But when you look at the lady herself, when she's alive, did she give any clue that she actually understood what she's walking into? So let's not deceive ourselves. If you meet your white man, please pray that he should be the best. And as parents, when your daughter bring a white man to the house, please scrutinize him 10 times over. 10 times over. Go to his social media. Check his comment on post. If you see him, everything he's posting is white. Auntie, uncle, that man doesn't love your daughter. He just needs a slave. He needs somebody he can order around. All the bullshit he cannot try with his kind.
White woman.
Looking for the woman he can try with that will stay silent. Thank you, Auntie B. Thank you, Sister Claudia and everyone.
Uncle Beno, thank you very much. Enjoy your Sunday school. Send me a contimobere law on you, Magbagbe.
Yes, I will, man. Thank you.
All right, Eshegoni. Thank you. Have a good afternoon. God bless you, my brother. Love you so much. Thank you. Okay, Uncle Beno has, Uncle Beno doesn't know how to hide his own. He said, if the daughter bring a white man, we'll just call the man and say, I don't like you. I'm watching you. Uncle Beno is funny. Anyway, thank you so much for that. Brad Patrick, before I come to you, sir, Sherry, you are in the studio. Can you unmute yourself and jump in quickly? Oh my God, we've done 2 hours. I cannot believe this. Hello, Sherry.
Hello. I really struggled to enter.
Yeah, where are you joining us from, my dear?
From the UK.
Right. Okay. What do you have to say about this? Can you hear me? Sherry? You've muted yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it was breaking. Yeah, I'm from the UK in Peterborough.
Okay, go ahead. Give me your contribution quickly, please.
It's hard to say. Well, on the topic about what you just said, well, love doesn't choose. Love can choose even one who is not of your own. So I can't really say anything because I believe in inclusivity. And I've got friends who have lived with white, Asian, and they're black and they're living happily. So I've seen so many of our kind, even black men who are narcissists and cannot live with their wife. So it's the person. It's not about the color. It's about the person himself or a person herself. Even women can be that bad anyway. It's vice versa. It's not only the men. So it's unfortunate for that girl what happened. But I can't say it's because he's white or whatnot. We don't know what went wrong. And some people lose their tempers and they only regret after they've done something. So we really don't know what really happened. And was it intentional? I can talk because I wasn't there, so I cannot judge it. But I can't say that somebody cannot marry from another place. Even let alone that, we find that some people marry from even different countries. I'm from Kenya, and in Kenya we have so many Nigerians there who are married to the Kenyan women, and also women who are married from Kenya were married in Nigeria. I know of them. So really, some of it is love, but some of it are just users, like you're giving an example of that young boy with a 70-year-old. Yes, love that does not know age, but poverty also kicks in at times. So some people look for greener pastures. So it's not really love, it's I've got to survive. So if that 70-year-old can make me even come to Europe, then I might do that. How many of our young men who are in these countries where we think they are greener pastures who actually go with very older women or older men just to get papers? So we can't really judge. I can't say we.
Sorry,
Let me
let me
say
just interject.
I can't really judge.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, but you're from Kenya, and I understand that there is a preference with a lot of Kenyan women choosing white men over Kenyan men. That East African women love white men. So I mean,
I'm not
I hear
sure
you.
of that.
You're not sure of that?
I'm not really sure of that, because if you even come in the UK, they're from other countries, from West Africa, who have white men. And because I'll talk about, like, even Peterborough, where I live in Peterborough, I know many Nigerian ladies who are married to white men. I know many Ugandans who are married to white men. I know many Kenyans who are married to white men. So I wouldn't generalize unless there's data showing that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll take that. I'll take that. But someone that told us is actually from East Africa, and she
He's a
told.
Kenyan.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that
Kenya.
other tribes or other country people like Nigerians or Ghanaians are not married to white men, but I wouldn't necessarily say that is a preference for a lot of Nigerian women. That anyway, but maybe you are right. Maybe we don't have the data. Maybe it's survivor. Yeah, it's possible, but we do hear that yeah, Sisi is the one, and Sisi is from East Africa, and she's from Uganda. She says, Sherry, I'm Uganda. Kenyans basically obsessed. Sisi has been telling us that Kenyans are obsessed with white men.
No, they are, because there was this show I was watching on TikTok, and this guy, I followed him that day because I found his show interesting. He said he's 65 years old. He's got mental issues and all that, and he's looking for love. And the black women, I was actually talking about this 3 days ago to my friend. I said, why is this white thing and black women? And these women, I think about 20, because I was bored that day and I just there just watching this guy, and he'll tell them, look, I have mental problem. Are you sure you can cope? And all that. How old are you? 21, 23. He said, but I'm 65. What are you going to do with a 65-year-old man? And most of them that came up, they're from Kenya. I didn't
Look at the
see
one that went to. Remember
I
the
didn't
Russia
see
one that we
no
talked about the
Nigerian.
other
I
day?
didn't. Sorry?
Claudia, remember the Russian guy that went to Africa? Remember all the countries he went that he was
Ghana and
sleeping?
Kenya.
Oh my God. The number of women he slept with. If there's no preference there, would they have slept with a black man like that? No. He wasn't giving them money.
No money. He gave them HIV. That's the money. That's the money. That's the currency. That's the currency. That's the currency. That's the currency he gave to them.
Somebody said, Nigerian women for
Can
carry
I
this
just
man.
comment
I
on
see
that one,
something.
please?
Yeah. Sherry, you came back. Yeah, quickly, please. 1 minute.
On that issue you're saying, later on, if you check what the journalist did, I went around checking. Are you talking about the guy? Was it from Poland or something?
Russia.
Is that the one you're
Are you
talking
talking
about
to
with the
me?
Kenyan?
Are you talking to me?
Which one? The
Or
one that
you
went to
referring to
Africa?
me?
Were you referring to the Poland guy?
Yeah, that went to Africa and was sleeping with all these women and giving them
That's
HIV.
Russian.
But
That's
if
Russian.
you follow Russian, or was it Russian? Okay.
Yeah.
If you follow the topic and the journalist later on who spoke about it, that guy went around everywhere, even in Ghana. If you saw
we're saying the same thing. That's what we're saying. We're talking about black women's obsession with white men, because this one wasn't giving them money. No, I think you are trying to make the distinction here that it's not only okay. First of all, you said you don't believe that Kenyan women or East African women generally, even though it's East African people here that are telling us this, but it's okay. Your perspective is reality, right? So yeah, but I believe very strongly that there are some black women, African women, or African American women that are obsessed with white man. They want a white man. It exists. We cannot deny it. Go ahead, Sherry. I'm rounding up now.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm listening. I can't say that because I don't know have any data saying that. But because even in Kenya, I see when our brothers from America, brothers from let's say UK and everything, when they go to Africa, all those girls want them. Anybody who can bring them abroad, they want them. They don't really see that color there. Yes, and they believe there's that myth in Africa that the white person has got money, has got that. So yeah, people will go with, with them. There's a place, Mombasa, if you all know Kenya. In Mombasa, we have women of all walks of life from everywhere who have white men there, Italians, whatnot. They go there because of money. There's some of them who are not even Kenyans who have bought land there and they're living there. So it does happen, but it also happens with our black men who come to Europe, and when they go home, all these the same thing. If you There was an American there who went with this lady, and the lady went with him because he was just from America. Yet guess what? Just a guy who was what do you call it, a healthcare assistant, but because he was from America, what did the lady do?
What they
The
see is
lady
the
went with
passport.
him, and it was a big thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
so
passport.
all
Yeah.
those are there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sherry. Somebody, Bius is saying something here that I completely disagree with. Africans are trained to be docile. That's an insult. What do you mean? You are trained to be docile from childhood. Americans have the
It's not
freedom to be
true.
young and free.
It's not
What are you
true. It's
talking
not true.
about?
That's
Have
not
you been
true.
to African before? Are you comparing? I think the word you are looking for is respectful. It's not docile.
Exactly.
Please don't
No,
use
it's
that
not
word.
docile.
That's actually an
African.
insult. You are trained to
Exactly.
be
Africans.
docile. Do I
No,
look
we're
docile
not.
to you? I'm a
We're
typical
not.
Nigerian woman. Do I look docile?
Exactly.
What you want to say is that Nigerian women or African women are trained to be respectful. All right? So with respect, is not docile. Don't mistake the two, please. Okay? All right, let's bring it home now, my dear. Claudia and Diane. Diane came very, very late. Okay.
Yeah, I
What do you
did.
have
Yeah,
to
Sorry,
say?
I sent her the link. Yeah,
yeah, I've
Yeah.
been so busy because I had my nephew round. Yeah, and they helped me. We're just busy today.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
right. That's
sorry.
fine.
Next time
We
I'll
always have
be.
other topics that we'll talk about. I
Yeah.
mean, since you are a narcissist expert, we'll bring you here again. We'll bring you here again. No worries
Yeah,
at
that'll be
all.
nice.
Right.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
follow you anyway, Obodoyibo. I follow you.
Oh,
When
really? Ah, okay. You
yeah, there
come
was
here
a
and talk to
time.
us about this one that was learning all your late husband's style. And later use it
The
to show you
mirroring.
shaggy.
Hey.
Are you in
I
the
say
UK?
yeah, I live in Margate in Kent.
You live in Kent. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
Margate. Yeah.
All right, all right,
You're
all
in the
right. It's
UK, aren't
lovely to
you?
meet you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. So finally, what's your last word to anybody, any young person that is listening now who wants to date or they're in the dating pool looking like Ngozi said something that I think is quite important. She said that when you are an African and you live in the abroad, in a place like America where she lives, that when you look at it, we are minorities. So sometimes it's a matter of, you know, not being able to find someone in your community. That's why some women will look, because we are minorities, no matter how many we are not as many as the owners of the country. So white people will always be more. So it's a question of, not having a good pool of people to choose from in your community. So sometimes you are forced, to look outside because you want to
You're
have a
breaking.
partner. I am breaking. Oh dear.
No, you're not breaking. I'm hearing it clearly.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your
On my
final
side,
take,
she
my
was
dear?
breaking.
Yeah, Diane.
Yeah, all I can say, yeah, all I can, I know I came late, but all I can say is, love has no color, right? We just have to be careful and not to meeting a guy, either white or black, for the first time, is
Yeah.
not to tell that person everything about you,
Okay.
right? Telling that person everything about you, then, you know, they have what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, menopause. They have they'll trap you with with your words, with everything you tell them. Let them find out for themselves. Don't tell
Right.
anyone, oh, I used to date this, I used to date that. Let the person know you for who you are.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, sis. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you, and we'll speak again
Thank
soon.
you.
All
All
right.
right.
Cheers. Bye, darling. Bye, sis.
Okay.
Okay.
They are batching Sherry here. You see your comment? It's on fire.
Diploma. So even in NSPDD, I always get it wrong. African women are testifying that they were praying for white husbands and God granted their heart desire. So they were giving testimony. It is shocking to see the pattern. No,
I know the
they're not
question.
bashing her. They're not
No,
bashing her. They're just stating the obvious. Yeah,
I'm just reading the
that's the
comments and
obvious.
it's
Yeah.
obvious. No, you don't have to defend anybody because it's what they choose to be. It's their preferences. When somebody choose other race other than his or her own race, it's what they choose. So for me, I always say get informed. Don't go into it blindly like and then at the end try to play victim like you don't know what you choose. It's like going to market to go and buy orange and you decide to buy mango and then you come back home and said, oh, and start playing dome. Jamala will say dome. That is stupid. Start playing stupid like stop playing stupid like you didn't know what you purchased. So you should know what you're getting yourself into and get informed and don't just go into out of the sentiment or
Sherry,
fantasizing
please.
of
Yeah, we are ending now. No need to come into the studio because we are just rounding up. Okay, so just stay in the studio, but don't come in. Yeah, we've done to our Gloria. I told you we're going to do 1 hour. We've done
I
to our
know,
see
I
this
know.
live
But
stream.
it's
They take a
okay.
life of their own.
I
Yeah.
know. So you just know what you're getting yourself into and be prepared and make your own money. Don't
Mm-hmm.
go into interracial marriage because you want an escape, a poverty escape, and trying turning the other race person into your cash cow or trying for the person to be your savior. No, nobody's going to save you. You have to make your own money, whereby if there's anything you can be able to escape without depending on that person financially. It doesn't have to be interracial, but whether you're married to the same race, make your own money, no matter how small it is. Be financially independent. And interracial marriage is a big subject because people get sentiment when it comes to interracial relationship. No, you don't have to be sentiment. We all everybody know what they're getting into. Get no. There are good and bad people everywhere. You see what
Yeah.
Diane said. Diane's husband, he did everything. He took care of her and everything. She was happily married based on her story. And
Yeah.
then
The
he
first
died. They're
one.
meeting. They're meeting the second one. The guy was a narcissist, and she went through a lot. She was having a suicide tendency.
Oh
So she
my
went through a lot.
goodness.
Yeah,
With
she
this,
went through a lot.
did she marry the second husband? This narcissist one.
No, no, she didn't marry him. No, she didn't marry
Oh,
him.
thank God.
So she went through a lot. So you see, it's a human thing. You just have to know what you're getting into, go with your eyes open. It's a human thing. But when things happen like this, then the race plays out. Like I said, it's unfortunate. She's black and he is white. That's why the race is playing out because of colors start playing out. But within the same race, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah,
So
that's
may
the
her
one.
soul
You
rest
know
in
that one you
peace.
said you heard me talking about in Uncle Ben's show yesterday. On Tuesday, that's the one I want to cover. There are three
Okay.
successful, very successful African American women who were unalived.
You see,
That's the
so
one
it
we were
can
talking
happen
about
with
yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah.
You see, so it can happen with same race, and we just pray that whatever it is, let justice be irrespective of whatever job she was doing. Let justice be done on her behalf, and yeah, let them rest her to peace. But what I saw in the news recently, chatting today this evening, that her body has arrived in the U.S. and some parts were missing.
Oh Jesus. It gets
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, so
Oh
I
my
don't know I
God.
don't know how true that is, and people were really commenting, and they showed the video, a little bit of clip how her body arrived, and they did a sort of kick on her body, and they saw that some parts were missing, and they're trying to now investigate more on that.
I don't know if the US will take it upon themselves to go to Africa to go and investigate this matter in Zanzibar. If it was a white person, perhaps they will. But
But
for
the story is
a
getting
black
darker.
woman, I don't know if they will commit to that, especially with everything that is going on with this orange man over there now. I don't know. Yeah, but it is well. I mean, at the end of the day, I believe that marriage, courtship, relationship is a matter of choice.
Yeah.
So people will always choose as long as you are an adult and you can make informed decisions for yourself. You can choose who you want to date.
Yeah.
I have with a lot of our Black brothers and sisters is that because you choose that, okay, you prefer to date outside your race, don't shade your race. Don't
That's
do
my
that.
issue too. That's my issue. So
You not
don't
talk
don't do that.
negatively about your own race. It's just like it's similar to we Nigerians. Okay, if my preference to date is Yoruba men, and I come online and start trashing all the other tribes, how do you think it's gonna come across?
Yeah.
It's not nice. Stick with
So
your
nice. No.
choice. Enjoy your choice. Nobody is dragging your choice with you. Don't talk
Exactly.
about your own people because you prefer the other people over there. Because if they deal with you, nobody will fight for you. That's what happened with that Black Nigerian brother. When the Oyibo
Okay.
woman on our live team, the African American women refused to fight for him.
Okay. I
They
didn't know
didn't.
about that.
Then they started
Okay.
sharing all the tweets that he made. It was a few years ago. This guy
Wow.
was saying so many nasty things about Black women.
Why does he hate his
Even
mom? Does he hate his mom that bad? What have the mom
I
done to
don't
him?
know. I don't know. It's a thing now on social media. Before I go, let me share that video as a matter of fact, because I think, did I send it to you, Claudia? Did I send it to you about what this? No, I don't know if I sent it to you, but I have the video here. I saved it because I really wanted to play it tonight. What this man was saying.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the gentleman. God bless him. I like very healthy Black men who can look beyond all this nonsense about,
who goes on the
Okay, yeah. Okay,
did you see that?
yeah.
Oh, the music. I might be copyrighted, so I cannot play it. He's talking about, that video is really powerful because it was talking about how Black men going out there talking negatively about Black women. You can't see Asian men do that. You can't see Asian men protect their women. Why are we doing this to one another? It's so bad.
You don't see what the other guy said. He said maybe they have to develop a vaccine to
if the vaccine, do people take
to reset their brain, because it's like
reset your brain. Your people are your people. I don't care who you marry or you date. Please don't talk bad. There's one
Caucasian lady. She used to follow me, and I follow her back. She was saying that African Black men who date outside their race, they bring the African women down. Yeah, like they bring them down. They talk bad about African women, but the Caucasian women don't really care, because why they do that, Auntie B, I'll tell you, is they try to make the other person believe that I'm not interested in my African, my Canada you, and keep bringing. They really don't care. The Caucasian women don't care if you like your people or not. They really don't care. So why are you doing that?
When you talk negatively about your people, it's a reflection of who you are. What you are telling people is that you don't like yourself. As a matter of fact, you don't like your Black skin. You prefer that you were white.
Yes. And they're laughing at you. And to be, they laugh at them behind their back. If the African men who are married to Black people who are married to white ladies, when the white ladies they're among their friends, and because I have so many friends, they're among their friends, they laugh at them. They mock them. They mock them behind their back.
It's sad. Somebody said somebody sent me a message on Instagram that I should start streaming on TikTok. I don't think I can, because the level of toxicity that I've seen or I've heard about TikTok is just something I'm not willing to deal with. So yeah, we'll just keep having our chat here, even though YouTube is not insulated from it. But at least, yeah, we're here for now, and we'll keep talking about learning, unpicking these issues, and people hopefully. People can learn.
For me, I don't see any reason. I don't see anything bad in dating outside your race if that is your preference, But don't bring your own race down, trying to make the other person feel like I hate my race. Your own is better. I'm with you, and then you have kids in this relationship, and then the kids become confused, and then growing up, they don't even know. And most of people who do this, they don't show their Blackness, their culture to the children. They don't even let them understand their culture and everything.
It's
You
a
just
level of
embrace.
self-hate. You don't like your
Yeah,
culture. You don't
yeah,
like your skin. You don't like your people. This is better. This one is
yeah,
better. But what
yeah.
can you do?
What
I
can
don't
you do?
know.
So we keep saying it until maybe one person will learn.
Yeah.
Keep saying it. For me, I don't say. For me, I'm not against anyone marrying whoever they want to marry. Yeah, just know that this is who they are. I accept it. So when the person starts showing up different character or whatever, exhibiting different character, you understand that okay, this is who I choose, and I have to deal with it. You
Thank
don't.
you so much.
Yeah, just choose whoever
Thank
you
you,
want to choose,
Claudia.
and be okay with it, and don't come out and show us that you're happily married, and then inside the house you're dying. And then you're sleeping in separate rooms, or you guys don't even talk, or the guy doesn't really care about you. So when people say they're happily married, you have to really look into it and ask, what is happily married? How does it? Ask the person, what is happily married? How can you define it? Because everybody have different way of defining their happily married. Some people is the happily married is suffering and smiling because they don't know anything better.
Yeah, it is well. May the Lord help us. Thank you
Amen.
so
Like the
much,
guy
Sister
said, he said
Claudia.
we should keep praying for them. Me,
Yeah,
I'm not praying
we
for
will learn.
anybody who
You know,
doesn't
we
want to
see
pray
your
for
prayer
himself.
point.
I'm not.
You know,
If you choose your choice, you should be able to face the
as
consequences
you lay
for it.
your bed, so you will lie on
Yeah,
it. Choose
yeah,
properly, because when you finish choosing, you will lie on it. Yeah.
exactly. So therefore, choose properly.
We
Know
need
what you're
more
getting
love in
yourself
our
into.
community. We need, as Black people, we need more love for one another. I don't
Yeah,
think
this
there's any other race that hates each other like Black race. That's the truth.
really.
Yeah.
The hate is too much. The hate is just too much. It just
There's too
the
much hate.
self hate. The self hate is too much. So people
We hate
should
each other
love
too much.
themselves. People should love themselves and love who they are. You can choose to marry whoever you want to marry. It's okay, but don't say like the black guys, black men who say I hate. Like, how can you say you hate black women because you're married to a Caucasian woman? And when you look at the Caucasian woman that are married to you, like, is that your best you can choose? Is that the best you can choose?
Let's just end it here, my dear. 2.5 hours
Anyway,
is a long one tonight.
it's a long
Thank you
one.
so
Yeah.
much. I appreciate you,
Thank you, Auntie
Claudia.
B.
We'll speak again very, very soon, okay?
Sure, sure.
Have a lovely week ahead, my sis. Love you very
Love
much.
you too. Love you too.
Okay.
I'll call you. So I need to tell you
Okay.
something.
Let's talk. Yeah, we need to catch up. Jesus.
But it's private.
Yes. Confidential.
Mm,
Bye,
mm.
darling. Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye.
All right, we've come to the end of the show. Did you enjoy the conversation? We are back with all our long conversation. I said we're going to do 1 hour today. Look at us. 2.5 hours gone already. Oh my God. I suppose when you have a show where people call in, it's usually like this. She is delight. I'm thoroughly enjoying your contribution. Thank you. She said, thank you, Auntie B, for bringing back the live show. You are loved and appreciated. Oh, I love and appreciate you too, my darling. God bless you. Thank you for all the love. I see your love in my comment section all the time. You are just amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Faith, thank you so much. Thanks everybody that joined in tonight. Please, yeah, let's be like what Michelle Obama said. When they go low, we'll go high. Share love. Let us continue to preach love, because it is just, it's easier. Let me say it that way. Love is easier than hate. It's too much energy to hate. It's too much. It's something that consumes people, and we don't need it in our community. In your place of work, if you see a black person, help them. Please, let's help one another. Let's love one another. Let's unite. The only way we can rise as a people is when we are united. And the only way we can unite is when we love one another. We'll have disagreements, definitely. It's normal. But we'll fight, we'll make up, we'll move on. Thank you so much. Faith, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're coming for the facials tutorial. Okay, no worries. Oh. I'll see you guys on Tuesday night. So there are 3 women that I want to talk about on Tuesday. It's a live stream, so make sure you join me. I'll set it up and you guys will see. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Have a good week ahead. Love you guys, Lou. Bye-bye.